right, everybody, welcome this week to another BuzzBoys Podcast. And this week I am joined by
Shrek Lover.
And to his right,
Shrekky.
Oh, and just to cut a break, we also have an audience member to our left and over here.
Nick Jr.
Oh, Nick Jr. right here.
Oh, what, me?
Uh-huh.
Jr.
We got next to
Baby
Nick
Shrek.
Jr.
Baby Shrek?
Shrek. Baby Shrek. And let's see. Now going on this side, we also have another audience member over here.
Just wave to
she
the
wants to say,
camera.
"Hey, what up?" You can wave if you want. You can just wave. That's so cool.
Shrek lover.
But over here, next to
Donkey.
Donkey.
Yo, I should have the dragon. Shit. Dang. Pause.
Resume.
Pause.
So that we can.
And resume, because now we gotta talk about
Yeah, that's for a
Pokemon
different
cards. So we're gonna do
That's for a
Astral
different
Radiance
site. That's for
and
only
a
fans.
Brilliant
Ooh.
Stars. For the record, Matt saved this one.
I saved this one.
Live stream.
So I would like to.
So he might have
explain my
fire.
train of thought here. So
That's
for an
insane.
ETB, there's always one hit. So I opened 7 packs and I left one because the other 7 were shit.
You left you left one. You mean the other ones were just ass? So like
Oh,
it's like
yeah,
had
yeah,
left.
no. I was forced.
I'm gonna have to throw a
Had no
flag.
choice.
But I turned a negative into a positive. And no, this isn't against the rules because it's still a pack.
Wait.
Ref?
See,
I-
senor.
Okay.
I kind of want to throw a flag on this because
Nah.
he's channeling 7 other shit packs into one good pack.
Ooh.
It's almost like
Well,
I sacrificed them.
Yeah,
Wait,
like
who's
they were
winning?
like they were literal sacrifices.
They don't ask how they
Well,
ask how
there's
many.
not a guarantee though. So
Who's
you know
winning?
what?
I don't know.
They don't ask
still
how
get
they
it.
ask how
I
many.
don't know.
I pulled that. They don't ask how they
Sounds
ask how
weird
many.
last time.
We'll see. But all right, let's get into it. Let's open them. Let's see it.
23
Rip into it. Let's go.
I will allow it because you didn't come last time.
My fingers are greasy.
They come now.
Why?
What?
Nervous. Look what I'm going up against. You made sacrifices.
chicken over there?
They're not sweaty. They're just greasy. Like just producing oil.
All right, so
It was
if
good as fuck.
just if this, whoa, sick
What's
face.
going on over there?
All right, I know what the
Oh,
fuck.
I don't know if
Oh,
my
white
my
card,
theory was
white
correct.
card, double white
I just
card.
want to rub my face.
All right, let's see it over the table. Let's see it.
Fire.
I'm gonna go electric.
I'm gonna channel
Dark.
psychic.
Whoa.
I always go dark.
I'm sorry. Steel.
Oh, dark.
Ooh, hey, buddy.
Nice.
Buddy steal.
Buddy, 40 push-ups.
Yeah, buddy push-ups.
We just came up that rule right
It's the
now.
rule.
Sorry, dude.
No, it's not.
I don't make the
It
rules.
used to be the rule.
It used to be the
Let's
rule.
see.
This one's
Oh, I do
delightful.
like a little trap inch.
Trapping.
Nick, has it been 10 years since your graduation?
Started.
Whoa.
Wow.
Why would you
I
say
don't
that?
think that was unnecessary.
Sorry.
We're a team, right?
Reverse hollow magneton.
Reverse hollow first over here. He hit it first.
Reverse
Let's see it.
hollow, paper leaf.
Oh my god, nothing!
Oh,
Go quick, go quick.
Oh
no.
Okay, hold on.
What?
Wait,
Dom.
we have to bring this to the judge.
Ooh.
Cutometer. Yo,
Cutometer.
this
You got
ETB
two.
was really a waste.
Dude, you didn't get a single hit.
I didn't get a single hit. Now
That's
one single
unreal.
bullet.
Like
ETB,
I'm
they're out
genuinely
the way.
shocked because like every single pack
Look at
always
my
has at
other
least one.
Astral Radiance.
And you
Okay,
get
it's probably
shit.
booster boxes. Booster boxes. are
Wow.
probably
Oh, which one's cuter?
Fuck.
That's crazy.
I saw you look at that one. Yeah.
Oh,
And he loses.
and
That's fair.
Bree's favorite one wins once again with the Piplup.
No, I mean, I do agree that is the key.
Yeah.
Bree
It
wins.
is super cute. He's got
Once
a
this
snowman.
trap
Ooh, so that's a tie. Is it a tie score now?
Yeah,
What are we at?
No one
23,
Yeah.
23.
No one talked me at 80.
Update the score, 23-23. John, how do we feel about that?
That was-
Kind of slight win after we had that talk, huh?
Barely, dude.
Gotta
have that one.
I
You
don't
just
mean,
did it by the
I told you
skin
so,
of my
but
You just got pucks deep.
Yeah,
got
no,
pucks
that was a
That's
greasy
true.
one, dude.
yeah, I can
That
tell
was
you by your
greasy.
fingers. So.
Yeah, there's a bucket of chicken over there.
And over here, Matt, this is honestly, I think personally, probably the first time we've ever had like a bum box, like genuinely,
Chilling,
like.
Chilling
Yeah,
Pain has
that's
done
gotta
this to
be
me.
true.
But
once or
you've
twice.
always had at least one hit from Chilling Pain, I think.
Yeah,
This
at least
dude
one.
didn't have anything. How do we feel
Fours,
about
no
this?
even bullshit V stars.
What are you thinking?
Oh,
This
no,
is
not
nuts.
V-stars.
It's
Vs,
crazy.
Nothing.
What are you thinking?
It's ass.
Astral
Radiance.
Radiance.
I'm not gonna.
Disaster
Ooh, disaster
Oh,
Radiance is
that's actually a
better.
good one.
But we're not gonna give the name yet.
But
It's
look
only
at
one
the
ETB.
box. Look at the box.
The box is so sick. But
I say box.
I will call it Disastral Radiance after I buy a booster box. I'm gonna buy a booster box, and if I don't get one of my chase cards out of that box, then
You're
it's
gonna go
Disastral
booster
Radiance.
box?
Yeah.
After doo-doo box.
Oh,
After a duty box, yeah.
you heard it.
After doo-doo box.
You heard
Booster
it.
box after
Actually,
Let me do this.
that
Let me
kind
do
of
this.
happened to us for Brilliant
do
Stars, and then both of our booster boxes have been insane for.
Oh, dude, they've been
Brilliant
juiced.
Stars. Juiced.
Sorry.
Oh, Jesus.
Sorry for listening.
Yeah.
But alrighty, so that's gonna be it for our Pokemon segment. Once again, there's the Piplup winner of the day.
Very handsome.
Very nice.
I think
very
he's building a snowman.
Yeah, very cute.
Do you want to build this?
But alrighty, so we're gonna go ahead and end the video part here. Bop!
I hate that my beard's so long right now, but I can't shave.
Dude, it's
Ooh,
sick.
all right. So let's
shave it.
talk about
Pull it a
these
little bit.
Violet,
Pull it.
Scarlet
Alright.
legendaries.
Yeah,
You
we
know,
have
hard,
a
like-
lot of
No.
stuff to talk about. A lot of stuff to talk about. So, staying on the Pokemon news off of the Pokemon segment, straight off of. So, this morning we did have a Nintendo Direct, which was more of a Pokemon Direct, I would say. We really didn't get much
really just giving us.
Exactly. We didn't really
The
get anything
announcements.
else. But one of the biggest things, of course, was big talks on Pokemon, and that being the new game, a focus on the new game, Scarlet and Violet, which is going to be the brand new, the next gen Pokemon game. This is post Arceus. This is kind of, of course, have the mechanics of Arceus, but in a new generation, new stuff like
But
that.
like polished though. Too.
Very clean and very polished. And Buddy also came in hot and let us know that this is going to be, as we know, this is going to be the first Pokemon to feature co-op. Not just co-op, 4-player co-op. It seems like. What do you guys think about
But
that?
like
What do
for
you
the
guys think?
story.
Yeah, for the story, like the actual stuff.
But how do you
Gotham
do that?
Knights couldn't even do this, but Pokemon can.
Oh. Gotham
How,
Knights.
how is that
Dude,
going to
I
work
got
if
some
you go
words for
against
Gotham
trainers,
Knights,
though?
I don't know. Maybe you can fight left and right. I don't know. Like you can just like the two of you can just take it on.
might do those
But-
like VMAX battles too. Remember how it was like 4 or more?
I actually love those.
Like,
In Sun and
to,
Moon.
like knock
Yeah.
those down.
Or I mean,
for
Or
Sword
not,
and Shield.
Sword
yeah,
and
Sword
Shield.
Shield,
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
But
no,
of
yeah, that's
course,
sick.
and at
That's
the
sick.
end of the trailer, they did reveal the legendaries.
The legendaries.
That
They
we will be
are
seeing.
majestic.
They look like little newts, little.
I love them.
Little
I think
lizards.
they look amazing.
I feel like they're small.
But other than that, they look pretty sick. Yeah, what do you guys think?
I
Who
feel
are
like
you
they're
going for?
medium.
What?
They look
What?
fast.
Which
I
one are you?
medium?
Which
I'm
one are
gonna
you leaning
do-
towards?
I'm
Are you
gonna
leaning
do,
towards the scarlet, the red-looking little dragon, or the
Mhm.
purple one? What do you guys
Violet.
think? Ooh, I'm going violet.
I think I'm going to go Violet, too.
Scarlet?
Yeah.
Oh, you going violet?
I'm going to go Violet. I like
I
the
like-
Violet
and Dom?
look.
I like the
Tiebreaker?
big. I like the big
Actually,
fucking tire on
Violet's
it.
I'm gonna go Violet because I like the fire.
Oh, violet's in the lead. I think we took it as 4. Wait, right? Violet.
Violet,
I'm gonna go
Violet.
Scarlet.
Yeah, 4 over 2. Over.
Shark
Yeah.
lover.
All right. Anyway.
Comments.
What's it gonna be?
Check
Violet,
or
just
Scarlet?
Literally
Violet
just
or
judge the
Scarlet.
words.
Just like
Literally
judge the
Scarlet or
words.
violet?
Violet or what?
Scarlet.
Scarlet.
What color do you like more?
Scarlet.
There you go.
Scarlet.
Yeah.
Well, it's okay. Violet still wins.
Alright. But alright, so let's keep it rolling. So once again, we didn't get other much news than that. It seems like it's going to be very similar to Arceus.
Yeah.
Other than that, in regards to the game, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
But yeah, what do you guys think? What are you guys looking forward to? Anything in particular you guys want?
Dude,
out of those ones?
I am looking forward to seeing the third evolutions of all the starters.
Yes.
Because a lot of theories are going a lot of different ways, and all the concepts that I've seen of my little crocodile boy starter, I don't like what people are drawing up from.
Oh,
Yeah,
and
I don't like
speaking
what
of
they're
another
drawing from.
reveal, I forgot to mention, last but not least, we got another little pig Pokemon, which
Oh.
Buddy seen.
Oh.
What's the name of that one, Buddy?
LeChonk.
Lechonk.
He's
He's
so
gonna be a
handsome.
muscular little pig.
He's like 300
Brown.
pounds.
I
me.
love the like the description of him.
Yeah.
What was it? What was
It's
it, Buddy?
that he's not fat, he's actually muscular because he's always walking around looking for food.
Looking for food. Yeah,
Look
that's
at
all he
that.
does. He just like
He's
looks
just
for food, so
bulking.
he's
He's
like
just
muscular.
bulking.
He,
Because of that.
he's in
That's
a
the
he's
spirit
in an
Pokemon right
all-time bulking season.
Yeah.
And he does
Purple.
and he does
season
cardio.
just-
And he does cardio
Yeah.
because he's walking around looking for the food.
Plus, he does creatine.
Yeah, he's on create.
He's
Yeah,
big
so
face.
he's,
Dude,
so
alright.
he's juiced.
Yeah.
Do you think
Or
he's
just-
gonna
or
get a
just-
third evolution, or is it gonna be one of those to where it's him and then he gets kind of like a second evolution,
Like a
and
mid-
then that's it?
I think it's gonna be a 2. I have
Yeah,
a feeling
I think it's
it's
gonna be
I think
two,
It's gonna be a 2, but I
and
think
he's
it's second one's
literally
gonna be,
just gonna be a bigger pig.
I think
no,
he deserves
but,
a third though.
but the thing is like second one is gonna be like him as a pig but yoked. Like,
But the
like
thing
He's
is-
gonna be like a warthog.
like they're
Or
gonna put like a 6-pack. on
Ooh,
him
and he's
somewhere.
gonna have big old
Tusks.
tusks. Big old tusks.
And no one's
like,
gonna give
poking out
a
his-
fuck about the evolution, though. Everyone's just gonna want LeChonk.
Yeah,
That's true,
yeah.
the chunk is
A lot of
sick.
people are probably gonna like take the option on like
Yeah, it's like,
evolving.
What's that
No, we're
stone
just
that
keeping
you
it
can give
stable.
him?
Yeah,
What's the stone you give him that it makes him not evolve?
I forgot the name of it,
Thanks,
but
buddy.
that's
But
Guys,
you
guys.
also
But
can
that's
say
Everstone, buddy.
Everstone.
wins.
Everstone, buddy.
audience.
Buddy gets
Thank
kissed.
thank God.
Buddy was
Buddy.
But all right,
Thank God,
so
buddy.
that's gonna be it for our Pokemon segment. We don't have much else other than that. Of course, we're gonna keep it up with the Astral Radiance maybe next week we'll see what's happening.
Wait, there was a sneak peek for the Pokemon Go set for a shiny Charizard.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Really?
And it's like a radiant Charizard.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Shiny Charizard. So John and I will be chasing that one.
I have a quick question on Charizard.
That one and the Mewtwo one.
Mm-hmm.
Does them making a billion different Charizards kind of make it lose its its specialness?
So the only reason that this Charizard hasn't really lost its specialness is because of shiny Charizard, and there's only like 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but they should cool it with the Charizards for a while.
But also, for like every set that they put him in, it's always an insane pull rate. That's what keeps him afloat. Yeah.
Got it.
That it's like there's a lot of variance, but it's like basically impossible to like pull him.
Got it.
Mm-hmm. And then in this one, because he's not going to be the vocal point of this set, it's going to be a lot of different Kanto characters.
Yeah.
That's hot.
Yeah.
But all
So it's
right,
gonna be sweet,
you
yeah.
guys heard
So
it.
we'll
Very
see.
exciting to look
Yeah.
forward to. And like I said, maybe next week another Asteroidians. Who knows? We'll see what's going
Yeah.
on. We'll see what we're
maybe.
feeling.
Yeah.
Because that one was
It was a little rough.
Wow, I've never seen that before.
Yeah,
That's
that was-
crazy.
Yeah.
But all right, so let's go ahead and keep it going. Now we're gonna go on and we're done with our Pokemon segment. Let's go on and move on to our news segment, our yay or nay. Starting off with some big news, some very, very big news. Something that basically I would say all of the U.S. has been talking about. Literally about everybody.
This
and
was
we
like
just
the
want to talk
biggest
about
water
it.
cooler conversation starter.
Yeah, and we just want to bring it up here because this is something that does affect the entertainment industry. Case in point, Johnny Depp's defamation case. This is something that can affect the future, whether or not they appear in movies or not. You know what I mean? Case in point, Amber Heard
defecation
might
case?
even be taken off of Aquaman 2. So stuff like
I
this
hope so.
is relevant. It is it does come into play. So we do want to talk about this kind of stuff. So starting off with Johnny Depp officially won the defamation case against Amber Heard, basically winning $15 million, and of course, just basically respect was most important, and to him more than anything, his priority. So it was a crazy case. We've gotten tons of memes. We've gotten weeks of just all sorts of content, all sorts of nuttiness. Her lawyers were nuts. Johnny Depp's lawyers were like sharks. They were just insane and on it. What do you guys think? What do you guys feel about Johnny Depp winning the case?
Yay, and I'm kind of glad this thing's over. So hopefully they bring him back to Pirates, though.
Yeah.
Cause he got taken
Bring him
off the
back
movie.
to Grindelwald.
Yeah, I'd rather him because the last Pirates weren't that good.
No?
I didn't really like them. Yeah,
Bring him
past
back
I've only seen
to
the first
Grindelwald.
one. I don't know who
2 and 3
assigned
were
it.
really good. 4 and 5 were kind of
No.
Same
Okay.
views.
Anything else?
Yeah,
But
no,
bring him
But
back
yeah,
to
bring him back.
Hardier.
Bring him back. Yeah.
Well, just give him back his roles.
yeah.
Hardier and Hardier for not just Johnny, congrats, my guy, but Hardier for our queen, Camille Vasquez.
Oh yeah, she's our queen.
Yeah.
That was his lawyer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and she was an absolute just savage.
yeah.
Just
She's a fox.
A menace to society.
Silver Fox.
No,
No, not a
Silver
silver fox.
She's
She's
probably
a
younger
fox.
than us, though.
It's a prime fox.
And I think the silver lining is yays all around, and mainly because justice was served.
Justice
what I mean?
was served.
Evidence
Amber
was
Heard
proven,
though
everything was there.
is gonna appeal though.
And everybody, how about
Amber
let's
Heard.
not take
Amber
a shit
Heard.
on your significant others.
And
Yeah.
claim innocence.
Yeah, fuck off. That's
Yeah,
disgusting.
Yeah,
Let's
it's
go.
absolutely disgusting.
Or no,
and-
just claim that it's a practical joke. It's
Yeah,
oh
it's
hey, that was just a
really-
joke gone bad.
Yeah.
No way.
And
No
the other
chance.
thing is too is we're big justice guys here, so court of public opinion is also important. Court of law is important. We're not necessarily saying he was the best husband or anything
Yeah,
like
of
that
course
either.
not.
He's
He's
still-
probably a really
he's-
shitty
He's
husband,
still
and
been
that's
through a
fine.
fuck ton of shit.
Yeah,
of
that's
course.
fine. So, but
But
at the
end
same
of the
time,
day, he
yes.
didn't beat her, or
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Line's bad. Okay.
That's what she-
Yes,
Line's bad.
okay.
All right, so let's go ahead and keep it going. All right, so next, after that one, we did get an interesting trailer for a Disney production titled Willow. It seems to be what's up?
Is this Star Wars?
No.
No, but it's made by Lucasfilms.
Okay,
I
you
thought
told
this
me
was.
Star Wars.
I thought this was in
That's
the
why I was like, bro,
universe.
this
I don't
looks
think
like
so.
Lord of the Rings.
Nah. No,
I think
it's
this
like
is something completely different.
It's like
Willow.
It's like a medieval thing.
Yeah, it's like it's a sort of a fairy tale story sort of thing. It's being once again produced by what's it called, by Disney.
So
It is-
it's really confusing though because it starts off with Lucasfilms.
So what many
I think
people...
that's why I thought it was Star Wars.
Yeah. What many people are... Because so, in the 80s, there was an old movie called Willow in 1988, excuse me. And so most likely it is going to be a remake of this movie. And it is looked to be fantasy-based, sort of in the realms of kind of Lord of the Rings-ish, very, very mythical, very fantasy. Other than that, we do get a focus on, of course, the main character... being the same exact actor of Warwick Davis, who appeared in the original one,
lad.
and he's gonna make a reappearance in this one. So once again, even George Lucas is in this movie. Val Kilmer.
Val Kilmer's in it. Yeah,
so,
big Val Kilmer guy.
So what do you guys think?
Have you guys watched Top Gun yet?
Ooh,
No, stop, no.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
But nay on
for
this
the cast.
Nay?
Yeah, I'm out on this.
The girl that played the villain in Falcon
And the Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier is like one of the main characters.
Oh, nice.
I didn't know.
I like Warwick Davis a lot. I am a yay on this
She
guy.
just kind of sucked as like the villain, but like she'll probably be good in this. But
Oh, let me scratch
The
that. It
redheaded
is not a
girl?
movie; it's a show.
yeah.
It's gonna be a show.
It's gonna be a show.
Yes.
Whoa.
Let me correct that. It's a show.
It's a show.
it's a drama.
Yeah, I'm not gonna watch this.
Yeah, I'm gonna say nay. I don't think I'm gonna watch this. Seems interesting, but it's not for me.
I'm gonna give it a meh.
The only
Yeah, no.
medieval well, I don't know if you would classify Lord of the Rings as medieval, right?
Just
Fantasy,
like fancy,
yeah.
that's
Fantasy.
fancy
Like
medieval.
within that realm, that's the
Put
only
some
kind of stuff that I'll
medieval
dive
change.
into with that kind of realm of fantasy. But yeah, no.
I'm
Or
gonna
like
give it
badass.
I'm out.
a
I
soft
like
yay.
badass movies
Soft
about
yay for me.
kings.
Oh, soft here.
Yeah, soft yay.
All right.
I like
So,
Warwick Davis and I like Val
Nay.
Kilmer.
but all right. So let's go ahead and keep it going. So next, we have a very interesting piece of news to talk about. So, Indiana Jones is going to have a sequel. Once again, we've talked about this before on the podcast. It's going to be Indiana Jones 5, the sequel to the Crystal Skull, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, right? Or,
Kingdom
right?
of the Crystal
Watch
Skull.
that one in
Um,
movie theaters.
Yeah, it's
Same.
not very all that great. But regardless of the fact, so we have officially gotten our first official image of Harrison Ford in Indiana Jones 5. We don't get a lot of info. We don't get a lot of visual even. It's just kind of him in a cave with his suit on, like, exploring like he do.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't have a cane, so that's
He
good.
don't, yeah, he's walking
that's-
good.
that's
yeah,
good.
Like he's
yeah.
walking by himself.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing.
So what do we think about this? What are you guys feeling?
I'm gonna say
Comes out in
nay.
2020.
I'm gonna say
23.
nay also.
Crystal
Set.
Skull was
Like,
not good. dude.
Does he need money? I think he's doing this.
I don't
for
think he
money.
really
I think
needs
he's.
it anymore.
I think he's
but-
good, right?
Yeah.
I think they
Thought
probably
royalties
begged
from
him.
Star
Like
Wars.
they
But
probably.
I feel like
this is probably a
Harrison
favor.
Ford doesn't want to do it.
I think this is a favor.
Because he barely wanted to come back for
For the last
episode 7.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Bro,
dude.
He
yeah,
barely
no.
wanted to.
Yeah.
And
He's
then
done.
even after, like, you see him in, like, these interviews, like, talking shit about it.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna say nay, because I feel like his heart's not
No, hard yay.
Yeah.
Nay, I mean.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with nay as well because Kingdom of the Crystal Skull was, in my opinion, not very good. But
Some would even say mid.
I would
Yeah.
say less than that.
I would say less than
Someone
mid.
what is
say
less
less.
than mid?
I would say bad.
Do you Shia LaBeouf?
I think bad. Bad is less than mid.
Is Shia
Brownie
LaBeouf in
points?
this new one?
No.
Did he
I don't know.
If
I
he
don't
was
know.
in
I
it,
don't
that'd be
know.
then I would say yeah.
We don't know. We don't know.
No,
I
I
have
wouldn't
no
even
news.
say yeah.
We don't
I
know.
hated it. I hated this one.
Falcon, Peanut Butter Falcon.
Yeah.
Is he in this one?
Hell yeah.
Zach?
Oh, yeah.
But yeah,
Yes,
man's all
that is
around
nice.
kind of is really, yeah, it's whatever. It's gonna, I don't know. We'll see next year
Yeah.
and when we eventually get a trailer.
Sounding a little mid.
Exactly. But all right, so let's keep it going. So Disney recently had their event, their celebrations event, in which they basically celebrate anything and everything Star Wars.
Shit was hot.
Last year they did it in Chicago. This year I'm not entirely sure where it was located. Next year it's going to be in Europe. But
Whoa.
every year they have
Let's
this
go.
basically big meeting of, celebrating Star Wars. And at these events, they usually end up having trailers, having announcements,
Yeah.
having things that, rewarding the fans, basically,
Yeah,
the
of
biggest of fans.
Mm-hmm.
So, at this event, we're going to talk about 3 things that they announced, starting off with Andor. Officially got a trailer this time around. Starting off, very interesting. How did you guys feel about this one? We get a lot of views of the galaxy, a lot of swindlers, a lot of underground stuff.
I like it.
A lot of old, like pre-rebellion stuff.
Andor is the guy from Rogue One, correct?
Yes.
Diego Luna,
Okay.
still him.
Yes, I liked it because I don't know. It just looked kind of Rogue One-esque. Kind of like we don't really need lightsabers to make a good Star Wars movie, and I'm very excited for it. I think he was a good character. And obviously, they were the real Suicide Squad of 2016.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
And
Damn, that was 2016?
Great year.
I think it was even before
Great
that,
year.
actually. I think it was
Please
like,
stop.
No, I think it was 20.
Oh, I'm gonna feel old.
I feel so old.
But no, yeah, that was a good trailer. Definitely like the world building. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely
for
did
sure.
that.
And
Yeah,
I think we even
2016.
saw. Yeah, I think we even saw some clone troopers in that, didn't we?
Ooh,
So
yeah.
So I'm pretty excited.
Very,
Some
very
troopers.
excited for that. All right, so next, let's go ahead and talk. Okay, so this one is technically spoiler territory. If you have, if you're waiting for a trailer for Mandalorian Season 3, skip ahead. We are going to technically talk about slight spoilers. Again, this was only revealed to the fans there at the event. So if you haven't heard of this, skip ahead. But they did release a trailer for Season 3 at this event of The Mandalorian. And this trailer did have a huge focus on the planet of Mandalore.
Oh.
And it has been glassed. And not only that, but they do show in the trailer the Mandalorian going into the caves as well.
The mines.
Exactly. Other than that, we don't get a whole lot of other information. We do get, slight galaxy shots. We see some more of Baby Grogu. We also do see a big thing is, what's her name? The Mandalorian girl, the
Bo-Katan.
Bo-Katan is
the
gonna...
antagonist.
Yes,
Yeah.
looking to be the antagonist this time around. Looking to take the throne of Mandalore. By force, most likely.
And because
So-
Mando is technically the
The ruler of
the
Mandalore.
king of Mandalore, technically.
Which he actually doesn't want,
whatever you
though.
call it. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
he
he
doesn't
really
even
doesn't
want
want
it.
that.
So, once again, what do you guys feel about that? Yone, what are you guys thinking?
I don't mind it because I like Bo-Katan. She's cool, but her and her squad really upset me in the next one because they're just annoying.
Mhm.
And Mandalorian season 2, like when that one dude was like, "What did she say to Boba Fett?" She's like, "Oh, like." What?
I didn't know side characters were allowed
I'm
to
like,
speak,
you're a
and
literal
I'm
side
like,
character.
you're literally a
Or
side character.
no, it was a cool line though because it
Or no,
pays
like
homage
clones or something.
to like when she said, "Oh, and I've heard your voice like over 1,000."
Yeah,
times."
which was kind of cool.
And then
Which is cool.
Boba has a sick line back. It's like, "Yeah, and it'll be the last."
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
that was a sick exchange.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, love it.
Yeah,
Yay for the
absolutely.
antagonist,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then also,
Yeah.
I don't mind that it got pushed back to 2023.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah,
Because
I'm a
2022
little
feels a little
sad,
jam
but-
packed.
Yeah.
Dude,
yeah.
honestly, I think 23 is going to be the year. I think this is where we're bouncing back, like
Yeah.
not just movie-wise, but game-wise. Everything's
There's
gonna
gonna be a
I feel like
lot
it's
of
gonna be like,
fastballs.
Yeah.
A lot of fastballs.
especially after the whole
Mhm.
PlayStation stuff, which we'll talk about later.
Mhm.
But yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. And last but not least, for this Star Wars event, so once again, this isn't on the board, but this is spoiler territory for Star Wars stuff, in particular for the Ahsoka show, which was officially announced. If you're waiting for a trailer, once again, this is going to be your spoiler warning for the trailer for stuff like that. But alright, so they did release a trailer for Ahsoka. And in this trailer, towards the end, well, in the beginning of it, we do see Hera. We do see, of course,
Yep.
the ship in which they, which she was in Rebels.
Mm-hmm.
But not only that, at the end of the trailer, we do get the full reveal of the entire crew from Rebels. Ghost Squad, I think that's what they were called. Ghost Crew, something like that.
Ghost Crew.
And they all make an appearance, which gives us the hint that this entire crew will be in the show of Ahsoka. And might be, one of the main plot points, following them all around, whatever,
It's-
adventures
yeah.
are going to go around. So, what do you guys think about that?
I don't know much about Rebels.
Um,
And so
yeah, no, like I didn't watch it or like I couldn't get into it, but it was because of the animation
style.
though. And
Yeah, it's a
then
little
like
weird.
those lightsabers though, like they were literally like,
But
like
now
basically laser pointers.
it's going to go,
but it's
to
like,
show
if
how
it's-
crucial it is, Yeah,
Yeah,
they're gonna
no.
have to
I
and
mean-
it's-
dial
and
it back.
if it's gonna play a big part, then
it has to play a big part because of the way Rebels ended and
Right.
stuff like that. And you
Yeah.
even catch glimpses of it in The Mandalorian Season 2 when Ahsoka's introduced and she's like, I'm looking for Grand Admiral Thrawn.
So how many seasons is Rebels?
I think it's
say one
3.
I think it's
Damn
I think it's 3.
Oh, it's not bad though.
stick.
But yeah, so I mean, the crew themselves are alright.
Yeah.
They're like a child-friendly ragtag bunch. They're like a child-friendly Rogue One.
more child-friendly Bad Batch, I think.
Oh,
yeah.
one of the two.
They're
Um,
the good batch.
Yeah,
They're the good
I don't care as long as it's written well, and you can kind of, you can kind of make up for like Rebels with Ahsoka just being unbelievable.
Yeah,
So
of course,
I
that's
I
true.
trust them, and in terms of shows, they've gained my trust, kind of like the Marvel ordeal.
Plus, I think Bryce Dallas Howard. Wait,
It's gonna
Bryce Dallas Howard, or Dallas Bryce Howard,
Dallas Bryce Howard, I think.
Dallas Bryce Howard. Yeah, no, I put it backwards. And I think she's gonna have a bigger part in the show too.
Yeah, so I trust her a
Yeah,
ton.
Yeah, she's a queen. So
Queen.
Yep.
give me more.
But
episodes.
also, Dave
Oh, it's Bryce
Filoni is
Dallas
producing, directing a bunch of the episodes. This is his baby. This is
Mhm.
a character that I think he created, though, too.
Yeah, they actually made
This
canon.
this came from his brain, so
Mhm.
this is gonna be some good shit.
Yeah, and I want to say fat yays as long as we get Admiral Thrawn.
I want it
That's all I
so
wanna say.
bad. Have you read the
That's all I'm
book?
gonna say.
You did? Oh, it's so
Ooh.
good, dude.
But all right, so that's going to be it for, not for that little subject. Let's go ahead and keep on moving. So, all right, so keeping on the subject, of course, still with Star Wars, since we're still on the topic. So, Bryce
think
Dallas
the rest is
Howard
Star
is
Wars.
returning to direct an episode of The Mandalorian Season 3. Once again, Bryce Dallas Howard around here. Thumbs up.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great director,
It's an
great
easy A
producer,
for me.
great actress, too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
That's
yeah.
our Star Wars
So,
mom.
big yays all around for sure.
Mommy or Mom?
Both.
Oh, mom. Both. Yeah, both. Because I trust her with my life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, my.
and she's queen.
But all right, so let's go ahead and keep it moving. So, interesting one. I'm not too sure. I think you guys put this one up. But Jude Law is supposedly set to join the Star Wars Skeleton crew.
Right.
Yes.
I like
So
Jude
what
Law.
is this? Yeah, what is this? What's this?
I don't know exactly what Skeleton Crew
I
is.
need to see his
It's
face.
a new series
Can't
that they
tell his
announced. That's gonna be streaming in 2023, I think.
In,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fantastic Beasts.
Nice.
Yeah, Dumbledore from Fantastic Beasts.
Dumbledore.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
Dumbledore.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, I see,
yeah,
I see.
because I think he's a great actor.
Plus, he's
No,
a
he is.
great,
Right, Skeleton
phenomenal
Crew.
beard too.
Oh, his beard is
I really don't know what
so
Skeleton
great
Crew
beard.
is.
And once again, Skeleton Crew also going to be an original from Disney Plus, also directed by Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni.
Ooh,
So I just
wait,
trusted immediately.
paper hand bets or diamond hand bets. Do we see a lightsaber in this?
I'd say no.
Because I don't even know what this is.
I say
I'm
no.
gonna say no, but I feel like we'll see an X-wing for sure.
Oh, I'm
Okay.
actually going to say yes, and I think it's going to be a non-conventional lightsaber.
Ooh, yeah, no, I'm going
Like an umbrella
diamond
one?
hands on
Yeah,
a
like,
lightsaber.
the Inquisitor
I don't know
one.
what color it's gonna be, but there's gonna be one. There's gonna be at least one.
Yeah, you got it. But all right, so that's going to be it for that little piece of news. Let's go ahead and keep it going. Oh, actually, I think, did we add this one on here? The other Star Wars, this? Did we add that? No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's up next.
Yeah.
Taika Waititi.
Making sure. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's that? I think this is something
No,
else.
that's
So,
a different project.
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
so,
yeah,
all right,
that's
so
a different
Taika Waititi, we have to get back on track. All right, so Taika Waititi is still set to have an original Star Wars film. Whether or not it's going to be animated, whether or not it's going to be live action, what the focus is, we have no idea on this, but other than that,
But it's a
Taika
whole
Waititi
trilogy,
is going to be
though.
leading
Right?
this.
Yeah.
The whole trilogy.
Hopefully that means that they just punted Rian Johnson
Yeah.
and they
Yeah.
gained Taika Waititi.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what do you guys feel about this?
Hard
Again,
yay.
he's just going to
Yeah,
be
super
hard
yay.
yay,
And keep in
dude.
mind, most likely he'll be working on this project fresh off of Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yep.
So
That's
the
a-
vibes are there.
Dude,
Who knows?
that is a
I mean,
big creative
imagine
dog.
the vibes of like Thor Ragnarok and Star Wars.
It would be
But
very
that's the
weird.
thing.
I'm going to say this.
Because we've already seen him kill it with the whole space aspect.
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
Like,
You know,
man.
intergalactic
So that's
stuff,
why this
so-
one's going to be different,
Yeah.
but it's going to be good different. And I hope he incorporates Jedis, because I feel like he does a great job of fighting.
Yeah,
stuff.
no, it's
I think
definitely
the
gonna be
old
his-
heads, though, are not going to like it.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
not.
Yeah,
Because it's
probably
going to
not.
have that different...
Because the old
Yeah,
heads don't even
that's
like
what I was thinking.
Obi-Wan, so...
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, the first two we'll talk about.
So maybe
Yeah, we can talk about
are
that.
the old heads wrong?
The only
Because
way...
it's gonna be
The
a
only
new
way...
flavor of
But the only way
Star
it would
Wars
be
for
wrong
sure.
is if they brought in contemporary music, I think.
Okay, yeah.
So go get my boy Gorgonson or whatever that
Yeah.
did Boba and Mando,
And
and then
Throw a bag at
throw
him.
it, yeah,
Throw a
bag
giant
at him.
bag at his
What's his
face, and then tell him
Which
get
guy?
get in the stew.
Okay.
Get to
What?
work.
I don't- Is that from Boba Fett?
No, the song from...
Oh, Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah.
That's from The Who.
All right,
Yeah.
but all right, let's go ahead and keep it going. So next, we also did have an announcement titled "Tales of the Jedi."
Yes, this
Oh.
one looks dope.
Tales of the Jedi is going to be set to be streaming in fall of this year. And it is going to be an anthology of the original animated shorts of basically just a bunch of Jedis.
Yeah.
And a
Cool.
bunch,
So-
not only that, from the prequel era.
Yeah,
Mm.
so
I'm in.
so the leaks on this, spoiler alert.
Big
so
spoiler alert.
Skip if you don't want to know, but they showed a trailer
So sick.
and
Focus on
it's gonna focus
the
on
Jedi's
Qui-Gon,
cloak.
Plo Koon,
Ahsoka.
Mace Windu. Ahsoka's
Yeah.
gonna have 3 episodes.
Dude, Plo Koon's one of my favorites.
I know.
Oh, dude, Kiadi
And
Mundi?
then
What if they did, like, Kiadi
Count
Mundi?
Dooku when he was
Was young.
Jedi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That book though.
And I think
That
Count
book is
Dooku
also
is
really
in that new game, Eclipse, Star Wars Eclipse.
Yeah. I'm
So,
gonna be.
This one's gonna be sick.
I'm gonna be
Yeah.
a ravenous
This one's gonna be
whore
sick.
for
Oh,
this.
and then
Yeah.
It's
Qui-Gon.
gonna be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, Qui-Gon. Yeah.
And as long as
Liam Neeson's coming back for it.
Yes.
Oh,
But to voice, to voice it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, this is a dub, and it's
Dude,
animated.
they
Come
really
on,
tried to
this
get
is an
us
easy
brick
dub.
for this one too.
Yeah.
It's an easy
I'm-
dub.
I'm-
Games
That's-
all around.
That'd be
huge
cool if
Legos.
they got Samuel to voice his, but I think they're just gonna use the Clone
Wars guy.
Yeah.
That's alright. That's fine.
But all right, so let's go ahead and keep it rolling. So Bad Batch also had a trailer as well. Bad Batch season 2, going to be the continuation of the crew that we are so familiar with, and and we also get
Yes.
an older, slightly older Omega.
Omega.
Get in there, and
Omega.
she's sick, dude.
She has a
killing
helmet.
with that
helmet.
bow.
Yeah,
now,
she's
that
got a
laser,
helmet.
and
She's
got a helmet.
like Space Legolas.
Yeah.
yeah, and she's becoming more.
I
and more
also-
part of the
But she got the
crew.
blonde hair.
Yeah, she's like the little sister of them, which is like awesome because
Yeah,
they didn't care. Like at first, Hunter was kind of like, "Get the fuck away from me!" Like I don't know who you are. And then now, like she's part of it. So it's very cool that there's a girl clone trooper in the mix,
Yes.
Yeah.
and she's
Very
dope.
cool,
And because I just like the way she
yeah.
talks. Cause
Yeah,
she's
because
like,
she-
she's the
Ricky,
chemistry, you know?
yeah, Omega.
Anything else you guys want about the trailer?
Oh, the fact that we get my sweet little prince, my little Wookiee Jedi in this. He
yeah.
survived.
Oh,
that is the
yeah.
highlight of
Dude.
that trailer. For me.
Yeah, that was
Highlight.
sick, dude.
It's gonna be
And,
sick.
and plus his hilt is so sick too. It's like a
It's
wooden.
wooden.
And plus we got him in
Yeah.
the. Didn't we get him in the Clone Wars?
Yes, he was
Yeah,
in the
which
Clone
is
Wars.
awesome.
Yeah,
That's
Ahsoka
awesome,
was the
the
one.
continuation.
Ahsoka and Yoda brought him
The
to
first,
get.
like that's when we get the first reveal of him.
Yes.
This is so cool that it's like genuinely continuing that off.
Yes, it makes me so happy.
Yeah. Anything else?
I still remember in Clone Wars when the Wookiee passed his trials and he made the wooden.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it's
His
such a
hilt.
cool
Yeah,
saber.
awesome. Fucking
Oh.
love it.
That was a great episode
Yeah.
too.
It was. It was
How they show
vibes.
that whole little
Yeah.
process.
That was.
Yes.
But all right, so let's go ahead and keep it going. So, Obi-Wan has officially racked the #1 spot, the highest and most grossing opening of all time on Disney Plus,
Yes.
beating out every single other series currently on there. So,
Dang,
beating out
even
Loki,
Loki.
beating out WandaVision, beating out Falcon and Winter Soldier. Dude, everything.
Everything. Yeah.
What do we
That's
think?
nuts.
How do you
That's,
feel about
I mean, that just goes to show you the impact Ewan McGregor had as Obi-Wan in the
Yes.
prequels. Even though the prequels weren't even that amazing
Yeah.
compared to some people, for some reason, like he's Obi-Wan. Like every time I think of Obi-Wan, I just think of Ewan McGregor, and we're so happy that he's back, and he's even ecstatic that he's back. Hayden Christensen is back. There's a lot riding on the show, and they need to absolutely crush it, because look. I mean, it just crushed opening numbers, so
Yeah.
I'm just like...
Hard yay.
I actually didn't expect it to do that though.
I didn't either.
I personally,
Yeah.
so that's what I was gonna say.
I didn't
Personally,
expect it to.
I feel like this is
crush
going to
it.
be a big deal because I think the higher ups at Disney are going to look at this and realize, like, case in point, and this is kind of the truth when you really do think about it. Dude, Star Wars has always had a bigger fandom than Marvel. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
It's old,
huge,
yeah.
huge. Like,
but it's
yeah,
a
people like
longer
the comics,
standing
people like the
fandom,
movies and
though,
stuff.
too.
Yes.
And yes, the
People,
longest
like,
history
in
of
their
it, and it's so
40s.
huge. So this just goes to show
Humongous
support Star Wars. You know what I mean? I mean, yeah, they're finally doing it after this like celebrations, but like beforehand, we really weren't getting much of anything. You know?
Yeah, I know. But
So
but
look
it's-
at the record, look at the numbers, pay attention, and produce.
I mean,
some Star
how
Wars
long
stuff.
was
Let's go.
Star Wars dormant for after Episode 3? Like, we
Exactly,
didn't
yeah.
get much, and then
Because it was so controversial.
it
This
was so
and that,
controversial,
like-
as well as Clone Wars introduced Ahsoka, and there was no direction into like take this to the next level, and then they came out with Episode 7, which was like
Season 7.
Mhm.
Or episode 7,
Episode
yeah.
7,
Yeah.
which was like apparently brought Star Wars back on the map. But then I was skeptical because they kind of ruined it with 8 and 9. But
Yeah.
thank God the Mandalorian put him on
Yeah.
their back because
Mandalorian, yeah.
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 So I want to thank.
Brought
our-
back again.
Yeah. Yeah. From the grave.
Yeah.
So our
Come back,
Mount
come back.
Rushmore of Star Wars, I guess, like John Williams, Dallas Bryce Howard, Dave Filoni, and John
John
Favreau.
Favreau.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Good
you
job.
can't change that. Wow.
Oh, great contact.
Crispy.
That was great
That was
contact.
crispy.
That was heard around the world.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yay,
about
love
listeners.
it. Love,
Yays all
love to
around.
see it.
Yeah, I know.
Opening
And
more
once again-
doors for
Oh,
Star
and then
Wars.
Yeah,
it's-
Star Wars
no.
fans are there.
And then doors are being opened because like there's already talks of possibly doing like a show that's just based on Darth Vader.
Yes, I've heard that.
There is a big spoon being stirring, or that is stir in a giant pot,
Yep.
and it's Darth Vader.
Yeah.
People are talking.
People are talking.
And talking.
And people are
about
like
people. Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly. But all right, so let's go ahead and keep it going. Last but not least, a little bit of a controversial one for our Yay or Nay segment. A little bit, kind of soft topic, but we want to make sure we are very clear on the topic of how we explain this. Okay, so let's go ahead and get on the topic. So first off, once again, of course, Obi-Wan has released, and fans have been raving about it. Fans left and right have, I would say it's more or less controversial. I would say some fans are loving it, some fans are hating it in particular.
But hitting it for the wrong reasons.
So, that's something we want to talk about in particular. So, in the show, the Obi-Wan, basically there is a character in the show in particular who, there's a group of characters, I should say. Let me explain this part first. They're known as the Inquisitors. They are Jedi hunters. That's what they do in Star Wars. They hunt down Jedis. That's, they take them down for the Sith. They're bad guys, that's what they do. So now in this show in particular, we do get the reveal of the third sister, basically who is primarily played by Moses Ingram. The name of her character is Reva. Exactly. Yes.
Eva.
So Reva, being the third sister, kind of seems to take the lead, especially after what we see in the second episode. We don't want to get into much more than that because that is spoiler territory. But so the news is basically after the episodes had released, Reva or Ingram in particular had received very heavy backlash from the episode.
Her character, yeah.
Yes. Basically, she stated and she showed proof that a lot of the fans, after watching the episodes, basically went onto social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, whatever have you. They all basically went on to message her, go onto her posts and do things and talk down to her. Right. And not only that, talk down to her in racist manners. Right. Which is something we very heavily condone. We don't,
We do not condone.
Excuse me.
We condemn.
Condemn.
We
sorry.
condemn.
Yes,
that's,
we condemn.
I'm gonna plant the flag now that this is an anti-racist podcast.
Yeah,
Yes.
like that's not cool.
We
Like, we don't do that type of stuff. That's really
no.
The flag
that's
is
ugly.
planted.
Like, and even for the fans to do that type of thing, who are you to tell somebody just because of the color of their skin? Anything in the world, just because of that. Come on now. So, one thing we do want to talk about in particular after saying that, though. So, we are going to dive into, of course,
Obi. Yeah.
the episode.
Obi 2.
And so, I would say there's a difference between, judging somebody based on their appearance and judging somebody,
on their acting chops.
Those are two completely different things. Completely different. Now, if you're purely attacking somebody based on their looks...
You're a scumbag.
Come on.
Yeah.
Scumbag.
Seriously. Yeah.
You're a scumbag, and I hope that you get your foot caught in a mousetrap every day this week. And for every week this year.
I hope you win the lottery and lose your ticket.
Oof.
Exactly.
That's
But if you were using
I would even say
constructive
that I would
criticism
hope that your
on their
zipper gets
acting,
stuck on
that's different.
on your jeans.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Constructive criticism on acting, that's a completely different story.
Which okay, because obviously Star Wars is notorious for having just terrible characters.
Terrible acting sometimes,
Rose,
too.
Yeah.
Rose, is a good
Rose?
character.
I mean,
Rough.
Anakin in the second movie had awful
Anakin in the
acting.
second one was
Awful
so
acting.
bad.
And so, but
Even the
therefore,
story was weird for him too.
It is the
Right.
first 2 episodes, and I don't know.
And she's barely getting started.
We'll get into it later, obviously, but I will say, I didn't care for her character, so the constructive criticism towards her character, I agree with. Towards her personality and her race, no.
And the way you said that, listen to the way you said that. You said nothing about her appearance. You said nothing about the way she looked or anything. The way she talked, nothing.
Yeah.
Her character, the way she was written, and the way she was played.
Yeah.
Nothing other than that. That's a completely different story.
Yes.
We just want to be clear with that. And also at the same time, again, we condemn all of these acts and these talks. And again, even Obi-Wan himself, Ewan McGregor, had to step in and he himself recorded a video condemning all of this, man. You know, the fact that Ewan himself stepped in, man. You hate to see that.
It's a rough look for
man.
Star Wars fans. And
It is,
as fellow Star Wars fans, we don't want other people freaking going around saying
and then
that.
and then that's the thing that it's be critical of the fandom that you adore, but it's don't cross that line.
Yeah.
That
but
is
also just
unacceptable.
It's
it's
unacceptable. Crawling
unacceptable.
into a celebrity's DMs is just weird. I think Nick said it. That's just cringe.
Yeah.
So
it's
it's just
like,
like
dude,
the idea of doing that is just very cringe.
Because it's not that deep.
Is it really
Because it's not that deep.
And even that, like,
I'm gonna
dude,
watch
why are you messaging a celebrity, dude?
Yeah,
Come
yeah,
on,
that's
you
fine.
guys, come
I
on,
mean,
they're busy, bro. Like,
Yeah.
come on, they're gonna
Come
turn around and just like
on.
message you back on Instagram.
I
Like,
mean, they
exactly.
could.
I mean, sometimes
Watson,
it's
hit me
too-
up, please.
But yeah, like I said, I mean, if so,
And
this
I'm
is
down
in
for
levels. You can, like Drew said, you can
Honestly.
absolutely look at a person and their acting and say, this could have been better. I didn't like the direction they went in. Blah 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 blah. That's perfectly okay. Like that is your right as a fan to go ahead and do that because essentially, like what Disney and Star Wars is trying to do is serve and please you.
Yeah, and
you
how
know?
else can they get better with?
And how is thinking they get better without the criticism, you know? Just like with Hayden Christensen, like Matt said, a lot of people, you know, criticized him in the second movie. In the third movie, I think he was a little bit better. I actually think he was marginally better. Still wasn't great in my opinion, but that's just my opinion.
There's a very fine line.
There's a very fine line. You know, the second thing is, if you're going into an actor's DMs and just, like, crapping on them, like, you're an absolute loser, you're a joke, you know? And then
You're an absolute cockroach.
you're a cockroach. And then third, if you're bringing race into it, then you're the scum of the earth.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You're the scum of the earth, and I kind of wish you were here in front of me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they can punch in the face.
Those
BuzzBoys
people
will take care of
like
ya.
the strawberry ice cream in Neapolitan. They go for the strawberry.
Whoa.
God
Whoa.
damn it, buddy.
That's how angry Buddy is.
Get him,
He's
boys.
throwing things.
Yeah.
That's
how bad Buddy
The audience
about
is
this.
so
You know, we
overly
better
upset.
we better move off the topic because he's so
Yeah.
mad.
Yeah.
We better
Bella's
stop.
growling.
Shrek Lover just kicked over a chick.
But all right, so that's gonna
She
be
just
it
punched Nick in
for
the face.
our yay or nay segment. Next, we're going to dive real quick into our gaming segment. Keeping up with the Star Wars stuff, we got a very awesome and exciting announcement. Starting off with Jedi Survivor.
Yes,
Ooh.
Daddy.
We did get a trailer for Jedi Survivor. Once again, going to be released by EA and Lucasfilm, or Lucas Games, I should say, LucasArts, their gaming branch. We do get a sort of trailer with Cal Kestis, once again, returning, of course, the main hero of the last game, looking to fight a lot more of the Empire this time around, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Down.
Can we talk about who's in the tank? Who is that?
Ooh, I don't.
There's
Who
a
is
there's a
that?
dude in the comics,
Yeah.
and he has white hair, and he's a strong motherfucker.
Is
But
it that
you-
motherfucker?
Strong mofo.
That dude is strong
No.
shit.
But did you
But he's
think
a
it was
Jedi.
that person?
I think it's a Jedi, but I forgot his name. I'm being a bad Star Wars fan right now, but dope in the comics.
This
I've
is
seen him.
the continuation to Fallen
Yes.
Order,
Yes.
correct? Okay.
This is the continuation.
I will also reiterate on this that I heard a lot of things that Cal Kestis is appearing in Obi-Wan somewhere.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Hold on.
Wait.
Well, no.
So,
We will start those bets when we talk about it.
okay.
Okay, deal.
Yeah.
Sorry,
But
David.
no, yeah, hard yay on this.
Yeah.
This looks
Yeah,
so
big-
good.
big
The
fat
trailer
super
looks
yay.
unbelievable.
Yeah, I was just confused with like the way the first one ended,
Yes.
and then it's like
I
the way that
hated
this
the
one's
ending
ending,
of it.
or like
But-
or the way that this one's starting. That it's like, all right, taking it to the Empire,
Oh, yeah.
and it's like the way the last one ended just doesn't kind of line up.
Mhm.
You feel me? Yeah, no, but
I get you.
it's gonna be sick though.
Yeah,
I'm gonna play the
it's
shit out of it.
All right, so let's
I'm
go
gonna say
ahead
a lot
and
of
keep it
words.
rolling.
Whoa.
So, all right, we did get an official God of War leak, I should say. It's not really official, but more of a leak.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Did get a continuation of God of War, some more, actually.
What,
a-
Ragnarok, right? That's what it's called?
Yeah.
See,
Ragnarok.
I what? Pause. I
Ragnarok?
wish.
Yep.
There it is. I wish
Got him.
that I had a PS5 just to play those games.
Yeah, no, like this is when I
But
wish
it's
that I was
only-
a PS5 guy, but
but
then
it's
I
only
but then
for,
I go
like-
back home to my
like a
Series
couple
X.
games.
I'm like, okay, all right, we're okay. I can get past this.
This one's called I thought the last one was called Ragnarok.
You're Ragnarok.
I don't know, buddy.
No, I
Buddy?
think the last one was just called God of War. Like just.
Serious? The one
Yeah, I
with
think
the.
it's just God of War,
Yeah.
Wow.
She's got to work.
Hmm.
because it's a remake.
This one.
But so,
is
this
different.
release date is going to be scheduled for September of this year. What do you guys think?
I mean, like, it's a yay for me because, like, as long as PlayStation, like, do what you do best, right? Like, release those singles that are,
Mhm.
you know, essentially just like why people buy PlayStations. So keep doing that because, I mean, good for you. Apparently, the God of War is, I think, top tier, right, for PlayStation. It's like they're one of their top
Oh yeah,
things.
fire
So
Mm-hmm.
I've never played him personally. I've never really been into him with Kratos. I think he's a badass.
I've been
but-
seeing like a lot of mods of like Homer Simpson in like the fight scenes.
I saw
It's
one
so
of him,
funny, dude.
and then I think he was fighting Master Chief or something.
Yeah.
And it was like a cool fight and stuff, but it was just Homer Simpson fighting Master Chief.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck is going
I
on?
was like, what's happening here?
At first, I didn't think it was like from God of War, but then I saw the mod thing. I was like, dude, PC is bananas.
This is hilarious.
Great
Yeah.
stuff.
All right, what's the next one? Sonic Frontiers.
Oh, this
Yeah.
looks so fun. What is this?
Open world.
So,
Open
yeah.
world.
So we did get
Switch
a
on
open world
release, an
Sonic
official
Frontiers.
trailer, I should say. We've gotten teases of this in the past. We've gotten little slight hints and news, but now we officially got a gameplay reveal too. Crazy enough, but this one is going to be called Sonic Frontiers.
Dude, this looks so good.
It's literally
And
Elden
Sonic-
Ring, but Sonic.
Yeah, it's literally Elden Ring, Breath of the Wild, all the
yeah.
open world,
Yeah.
like free, do whatever
Plus,
you
it
want
looks
games.
good too.
But Sonic,
But
yeah,
Sonic,
quick, looks fast.
It looks good.
Really action heavy. It looks
Yeah.
very good. What do you guys think? What do you guys feel about it?
This looks super good.
Well, like, coming off of this like fantastic movie that they just put out, and then they're dropping Sonic Frontiers, a totally different style of gameplay too, like for this franchise, and I think they're gonna smoke it out of the park.
No, I completely agree. It looks so good. It looks very fun. It reminds me of my childhood.
Yeah,
It's gonna
it
be
looks super
awesome.
fun, and I hope you can use multiple characters, like
Ooh,
Shadow.
Shadow.
That'd be sick.
I wanted to also
If Shadow doesn't
ask
have
real
Disney
quick,
Eagles,
is
I'll
this
buy it.
a Switch thing?
No.
Or is this going to be on like...
This is an everything
everything.
thing.
This is an everything
Everything
thing?
thing.
Oh, yes.
I will pay $20 for a Shadow DLC.
Ooh, imagine if it's multiplayer too.
Because if I pay the
Imagine if Gotham Knights was
amount of money
multiplayer.
for the mediocre skins on Apex, no, actually no. There's a sick Bloodhound skin I got. Still, let me see.
Alright.
What's
And then
the last one?
to Disney,
What is this PlayStation State of Play?
or
Oh,
Oh, what is Disney X Phase?
So we have an interesting collaboration going on in the gaming world. So this is going to be the first official, I would say, like gaming company that's going to collaborate with Disney, and I would say MLG team more so specifically.
Yeah.
I would say. So FaZe, of course, being one of the biggest Major League Gaming teams of the U.S., I would say in general, and I think the world.
Yeah,
They're considered one of the
probably,
biggest in general in shooting and racing and everything. But they have officially collaborated with Disney to make all sorts of crazy Disney-inspired merch.
Dude.
Mickey Mouse hoodies, Mickey stuff, but with like gaming little twists to it.
Yeah.
What do you guys feel about that?
FaZe
That
Well,
is
like-
winning, dude.
Oh yeah.
well, like
But
FaZe
that's
merch
huge.
though
It
is
For
like
gaming, like
top tier shit.
It
It's
is.
it's like climbing up there with some of the best stuff you can buy.
Plus that,
Because they do very limited drops too, and then like that just boosts their like collectability type of shit. But
no,
I don't know,
plus
it's gonna be
plus
a
that crossover little visual thing was sick that they did.
It was.
oh yeah,
But also, I have breaking news.
oh, it's movies.
Alright.
Sonic Frontiers is only PS5 and Nintendo Switch.
Oh, breaking moves.
Oh,
Series S.
That's what it said on the
Jesus.
trailer that we saw right now. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not like from the official company,
Wow.
but like it's someone who
Sage.
puts out trailers.
They
now,
only
so.
said those two games.
Plus, there's Sonic games already on the Xbox too,
That is crazy.
like
Yeah.
on
Maybe,
the marketplace.
Yeah.
Paper hands on this.
But PS5.
Paper hands.
Paper hands,
Paper
Yeah.
hands.
or
Oh, yeah.
play on my Switch.
Oh, but
Yeah,
all right,
Switch.
let's go ahead and keep it going. Last but not least for our gaming stuff. Today was actually the PlayStation State of Play, basically the Nintendo Direct version, the Sony version of this, in which they go online, they announce all of their stuff that they're working on, the stuff that they're going to be coming out with soon, basically to get everybody hype, for the future, what we're looking forward to. So I'm going to go ahead and give a quick run through of the stuff that we are more so kind of interested in and or people are going to most likely buzz about. But so starting off with Resident Evil 4 is going to get a remake. So for many of you that don't know, Resident Evil 4 being the top 5 games of all time, of everything,
Jesus.
anything that's ever come out. And they decided to remake it just cause they've already done the other one, so screw it, let's do the other one.
Yeah.
Crazy enough, yeah, crazy they're gonna do that. They're doing Resident Evil Village PS VR 2. Their VR stuff. They're gonna, make another game for that one. We're getting The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners, a Walking Dead PS VR game.
Oh.
We're gonna get Spider-Man going to be remastered for PS5, and not only that, it's going to be getting a PC port.
Whoa.
Just goes to show, I mean, now Sony stuff, eventually, just wait a year, it'll come out on PC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Who knows? I don't know. That's the way it's looking.
It's a nice
Other
race.
than that, one of the last two big ones that people have been hugely buzzing about is Final Fantasy 16. A lot of people are looking forward to that one. Once again, the continuation of the Final Fantasy series.
Shout out,
And
buddy.
last but not least, shout out, buddy. Last but not least, Street Fighter 6 did have a gameplay and just general trailer in which we got to see a lot of fighting, a lot of new gameplay mechanics that they have. It's like a big open world in this metro
looks
city.
bananas, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on.
It was like a wonky New York City.
Yeah,
New
real
York
interesting.
You're a
City.
wonky New York City.
But all right,
That's
so that's gonna be it for the PlayStation State of Play event. What do you guys think? The recap. What do you guys think?
Is
Yeah,
there
it's
gonna
fine.
be
I thought it was gonna be more, but
PS4
Yeah.
Spider-Man 2 gameplay or no?
Mm.
That was not involved.
Mm-mm.
They said fuck that shit.
Yeah,
If you're playing VR, Resident Evil, or Walking Dead games, you have to be insane.
Well,
Yeah.
VR scary games
Exactly.
takes a
Dude.
certain kind of person
Exactly.
to
Yeah,
do that.
you have a
shit.
couple screws loose.
VR Among Us is scary. Like this
You
is
have a couple
like
screws loose.
even
Yeah.
like
Playing
playing
VR.
I'm-
You're a
dude,
menace to
I'm
society.
down to buy.
Like I can't watch
Oculus
Stranger Things at
just to
night.
play VR.
Yeah.
So
you said
what
menace
in your
so
right
I
mind
want
thinks
to
that I'll
play
play a
VR.
scary game like that?
Exactly.
I tried to play Outlast on my Xbox and I lasted like 4 minutes and then I
That was incredible. That was incredible.
Some would
Twitch
say
Dom?
4 minutes is a really long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Some would
Some would even call it a marathon.
Yeah.
4 minutes.
Some would even
From-
call it the
Interesting.
best time of their life.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
4 minutes of it.
Best
The
4
best
minutes
4
of their
minutes of their
life.
life.
And you have extra time
Some would
afterwards.
say that the 4
Exactly.
minutes felt like 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
We're not saying that, but someone said
But
that.
Oh,
some
someone
would
said it.
say
Some would
Okay.
say that 240 seconds is plenty of time.
That's
Did
a lot
you
of
just
seconds.
do that in your head?
that's
Maybe.
like
Math
that's
guy.
like a couple 30 seconds.
Yeah,
It's more than
that's-
just a couple.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like
Someone,
like a few.
someone say that's
No.
a handful.
Yeah, that's
like
a handful
what,
of 30
like
seconds.
think of all the things you could do in 4 minutes.
It's a lot.
You do a lot.
Maybe too much.
All right.
Sure. But all right, so that's gonna
Dude,
be
it's
it
a big
for
mic.
That's gonna be it for our gaming segment. That's everything that's covered. We covered all the news,
Yeah.
everything. So now
That's a lot.
we're basically gonna move on to the stuff that we are keeping up with, the stuff that we are watching, because we do have quite a bit. Both this
Yeah.
week, we got to we basically had to watch Obi-Wan Kenobi, both episodes 1 and 2, because I mean
Yeah.
those both dropped at on one day on
We're
Friday,
getting spoiled.
and
Yeah.
basically all of Stranger Things came out except for the last 2 episodes.
Which are basically movies.
So yeah,
God.
they're all about an hour long each. So basically, what we're gonna do is per episode from this point going forward until we finish the series, we're gonna do it 2 episodes at a time. We're gonna be watching them. We're explaining the episodes and stuff like that. So yeah, there is gonna be spoilers involved. So you have not seen the episode, yeah, if you haven't seen them, skip ahead. Skip ahead, yeah, because there's our spoilers.
Yeah. Yeah.
But all right, so let's go ahead and kick it off with Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan episode
Let's do
1.
this.
Our king has finally arrived.
Yeah, and he's so handsome.
And but he's
Yeah, great
he's,
lettuce.
but he's very sad.
Yeah, he's
He
very
is,
sad.
he is very sad.
He's very old and he's very sad.
Right, but he's
Yeah.
still hot. Right?
So
Oh,
very
he
hot.
has great lettuce though.
Great lettuce.
Yeah.
Beard lettuce combo is tremendous.
And that
It's
voice,
incredible.
immaculate.
He hasn't said hello there. At all.
He
He
said
has-
part of it. Wait, no, he didn't.
Did he say hello?
Uh-huh.
Why did you just
Yeah.
make that up?
Yeah, no, he
Yeah,
didn't. No,
he's
well,
alive.
Take it
Well-
away, Pa Daddy.
But yeah, all right. So once again, this is going to be 10 years after Star Wars Episode 3.
Yep.
After the last time we saw Obi-Wan fighting against Anakin Skywalker. At this point, Obi basically went into exile in Tatooine, and he basically went there to watch over Luke,
Yep.
Anakin's son. And at the same time, there's some interesting events going on, and I think, let's keep it spoiler-free. Of course, it's brand new.
Right.
Brand new. Other than that, what else can I give you guys? So, let's go ahead and talk about at least Obi-Wan as a character. So, we start off, of course, with Obi-Wan basically in exile, kind of all alone and stuff like that. Avoiding spoilers, what's kind of different about Obi-Wan this time around?
He's lost all faith in what he believed in his whole life.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, what? How do we know? What shows that? What is that? Is he real
Because
sad?
he's
Is he
sad
down?
taco.
with it? Yeah, okay.
He's almost like just walking around as a broken man because he had a huge giant failure, and that failure is currently running the whole galaxy.
Yeah.
But he
With
doesn't
an
know
iron
that yet.
fist.
He doesn't know that yet, technically, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, he does not.
Yeah.
He does not know that at this point.
I think
Yeah,
he's
because
just
someone told him that. Well,
Spoiler.
spoiler, but well, we almost said the spoiler alert.
We did
In
technically say spoiler.
episode 2, that is when he finds out that his biggest failure is running the whole the whole galaxy with an iron fist.
Yeah, but he is broken because he
He's
was
a broken man.
Jedi Master under the Council as well as just in the Order, and the Order failed. They failed, and now obviously the galaxy is ruled by the Emperor, and what are they called? The Empire, right? So he's just a broken man because everything he believed in, everything he had is lost, and the Jedi failed him.
And he cries himself to sleep every night.
Don't say that.
But he low-key does.
He does. He
That
does.
makes you sad. But also,
In a
what do you
cave.
guys think about him just
With a
lying
box of
low,
scraps.
10 years of crying.
lying
It's
low
spoilers.
Spoilers?
at that job? Hey, plus we said spoiler alert.
No, we didn't.
We haven't.
He was just saying this is spoiler-free section, so
Yeah,
you're the one that keeps bringing spoilers.
Well, I thought you said spoiler alert.
No, I said spoiler free.
But
But yeah, this is gonna be a spoiler warning then. We'll dive in. I really
All right.
apologize.
he like said it twice. Like at first he said there's gonna be
It's
spoilers.
That's
not
why he
like
was
a
like-
giant part. It's
It was.
not a
Yeah.
big spoiler.
But alright, so let's go ahead and now dive into spoiler warning. Let's go ahead and dive straight in so that way we can dive straight into exactly, what the meat and stuff is going on.
Right.
But once again, we do see this Obi-Wan kind of lost on his own, kind of doing daily rituals. We see it literally 2 episodes in a row. He does the same exact thing, scene for scene, shot for shot. Just kind of different angles, obviously, different positions. Other than that, he's kind of there to watch over Luke.
Yeah.
He has no other priority. He doesn't really even care about being a Jedi anymore.
Yeah.
We see that there's another Jedi there that actually is being hunted down successfully, sadly.
Yeah.
And to the point where Obi-Wan in the beginning honestly didn't really care. He was like, dude, you go your way, I'm gonna go mine.
Which
Yeah.
is depressing
No,
as shit.
No, and
Yeah.
it was crazy too because
Which is not the Jedi
this
way.
guy goes up to him and he's like, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Oh my God, this guy's like a badass, like just a terror for the Sith, I guess.
Possibly a spark of hope for the rebels.
Oh yeah, for sure. And that's what this guy was thinking. And then he started talking to him, and then Kenobi was like, "Dude, you gotta just cut this shit out.
Yeah, he's like, I don't do that.
Like, take this lightsaber, chuck it into the desert, and then just walk away."
And then guess what happens to that berry kid?
He got hanged, kind of weird.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
That's,
Let's just
that's
go all
what
the way
I
at
thought
that point.
we were gonna see. I was like, all right, dangling legs.
Yeah.
And,
But
Okay.
I don't know
We're
what
just gonna
happened
see
to
this
him.
right
He was
now?
just kind of like duct taped.
It
to
would've
him.
Did he go
They
like
also
this?
They like tied him. They didn't necessarily shoot
They,
him, but
like,
he was
tied him
tied
like a
he was
harness.
up there.
Okay.
Yeah.
It
He was like
was
tied
like a
all around
harness.
his
But they
body.
should have shown whether it were blaster marks,
Mm-hmm.
lightsaber marks, or something, because it was very ambiguous.
Because it was weird, because he kind of looked like he was
He was
safe up
sleeping
there.
up there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That it was like he was working on something
But
and he fell
before-
asleep in the harness.
Right before that, too. Okay, so that Jedi was hiding out in Tatooine, and the Inquisitors saw him, and we met 3 Inquisitors. I think it was Grand Inquisitor Sister 3.
Mm-hmm.
No, Inquisitor
third-
Sister 3, Grand Inquisitor, and who?
The
And
fifth
then
brother.
the
fifth
fifth brother,
Yeah.
that's played by the dude in Tokyo Drift.
Right, wow.
Yeah.
That's what Nick told me.
Han
the
and
other day.
Tokyo
Really?
Drift.
Han, yeah.
That's Han.
Yeah.
Real quick, like, right off the impression out of the Inquisitors, like, what'd you think of them?
I don't like how any of them look.
Really?
Yeah, they all look really unimpressive.
They weren't
Yeah.
scary at all.
No,
I think
yeah, I wasn't
Han
very scared.
looked kind of scary.
Even
I think
the,
Han looked
the
scary.
head
That
Inquisitor,
was the only one
Yeah,
that looked
Grand
scary.
Inquisitor.
Inquisitorius, like
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
Right?
he
Yeah.
doesn't look all that threatening. Like,
I was
I
actually...
thought the only one that like came in and I was like, whoa, this guy could probably do some shit, and that was Han.
Yeah, Han.
Yeah.
Which was
Like,
Han?
the fifth
The
brother.
one he's
The
got the
fifth
cool.
See,
like,
he
funny
sounds
hat.
cool. Like, he
looks
sounds like,
scarier
whoa.
than
I'm
the
like,
rest of them.
Mhm.
he does, yeah. And like, this goes back to what we said earlier. Like, we're not racist or anything. We just don't think Reva was that great of a villain.
Yeah, and it's
well,
not even just
okay.
because of her. It's also because
So-
all of them were kind of like...
So
fluky.
before we get into that, of course we do get, that's a huge part of it. But of course we do get a huge reveal. One of the biggest things, and one of the biggest plot points, of course, of episode 2. Episode 1, episode 2. Leia.
Yeah.
Baby Leia.
Maybe Leia,
So one of the biggest things in this show, and again, it's spoiler warning. One of the biggest things for this show, like if you haven't seen it, Leia's a huge thing. We did not expect to see Leia
were not
at
expecting
all
that.
in this. There was no
Yeah, no,
reveal or any
no.
sort of hint of this in the trailer. And not only that, she's huge. She has a very massive part in this show. Case in point, like, what's it called? What's her... Senator Organa was the one who, you know, has chosen to raise her and stuff like that. But in the show, what ends up happening is she ends up getting kidnapped. And it's kind of interesting. Out of curiosity, how do you guys feel about Leia? Like, her personality? What do you guys think?
At first, okay.
Yeah.
At first.
Okay.
Oh, okay, it's cute. She's playing the baby Leia role. She's acting like the actual Leia and stuff. But it was just a little bit towards the end. I was like, I don't know. This is starting to like push a certain kind of line to where it's like, all right, so is she a vocal point of this entire show? Because if that's the case, I don't know how that's gonna play out.
And I feel that way for multiple. I feel the same way, and for multiple reasons. One, whoever this child actress is, I actually don't know her name. Really good.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah.
But so
Except
good
that
to the.
running.
Yeah, except that running.
Yeah,
No,
So good to the fact
adults
though,
are worse.
where it's actually
I have
annoying.
a spin
And
zone
I mean,
on
that's
that
the
one.
point,
I have
is
a
that,
spin
like,
zone on that.
Leia's a very, you know, like... How do I say it?
Leia's
She's
an
very
adult.
integrity heavy.
Yes.
She's very independent.
She's
She's
very
very and very sassy.
Yes.
So this kid's dude a
Sassy little
handful,
bitch.
man.
And even
Sassy little bitch.
Even
You're
Obi-Wan,
right, dude.
Obi-Wan is
You're
like
right.
the patient master, but even
Yeah.
then he's like, I don't know, Leia, like, shut
Yeah.
your damn mouth, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
It's like, just wear these damn gloves.
exactly, yeah.
Mhm.
Oh,
But-
he was like, we don't need the
But the
gloves.
reason-
He put them on, and then he was
yeah.
like, in the gloves.
The reason she gets brought into it is because when the Inquisitors are on Tatooine looking for that rogue Jedi.
It's a ploy.
Yeah, it's a ploy because Reva has her own kind of objective and her own intentions. She's looking straight up for Obi-Wan.
Yeah, that's her entirety. Like that's her entire intention.
Yeah.
Only
And
Obi-Wan.
She wants to
she
grail.
has a feeling that he's there. She has like a really good feeling that he's there, you know, and she's actually a lot closer than she thinks. Like literally like feet away from him. But then her plan ends up being to literally kidnap Leia, which is kind of unusual because she's like, oh well, he fought with her father in the Clone
Yes.
Wars, which is like such an ambiguous term because like she's thinking Organa and in reality it was like Anakin, so it's really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was
Wait, okay, alright, so like that's what it was?
that's what it was.
That's what it was.
That-
I mean, she,
That it's no, but it's like she doesn't know that Vader's Anakin.
No.
No, I don't believe.
Leia doesn't know?
No, she doesn't know that Anakin is Leia's father. No.
Oh,
one knows
oh,
that.
oh, yeah, okay, yeah. You like
I think
like
she
for
knows
sure
that Anakin is
Yeah.
Darth Vader, but she doesn't know that's also her dad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
that's the
yes,
bottom.
yes.
Which is,
all right,
like,
for sure, yeah. But
Poorly done in the prequels because it's supposed to be like they don't know who Senator Padme's like husband is, but after like they just got their shit rocked by Count Dooku, like Padme runs up to Anakin in front of Yoda and like Obi-Wan and just kisses like Anakin. I don't know if you see it, but it's in the background.
oh,
I was like-
dude.
Yeah.
That was
Like
in the second
in
one?
the Jedi
Yeah.
Temple, that was the ultimate like gossip thing for sure. He's like, "Yo, what's going
Yeah,
on with
what's
Anakin?"
Anakin's just
Yeah.
laying
Like,
pipe
Padme?
on the
It
It
Senator.
was,
Padme-
however,
Padme just got out of that big old like council meeting,
It-
and they're just
she's gonna
smooching.
She's gonna need another trip to the back to tank. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, it's like, I thought we weren't supposed to do any commitments.
no, but okay, so
Look
George
at
Lucas
Anakin.
did come out and
Why
say
did he going into the back to tank?
George Lucas did come out though and say that technically their sex is allowed with Jedi. You're just not allowed to have.
It was
connection.
actually
Whoa.
yeah,
Just clap cheeks
and that was
and wait.
actually half.
What?
That
Yeah.
was
So
actually
you have to be a fuckboy?
yeah.
Whoa.
That was
Jedis are
actually
the ultimate fuckboy.
Whoa.
That was-
Plus they have the
Revealed.
the best excuse.
Jedi
That's
on
like,
the
all
hot
right. It's
Blew
like,
my
all right.
mind.
So like, we just piped, but it's like, I can't. I
That
can't
actually
further
comes
this-
out.
So like
this
after
commitment.
so after they finish, they say, "And may the force be with you."
yeah. What and also with you.
Come
In
now.
you. May the force be in you.
May the force be in you.
But, yeah.
Wait, hold
No,
on. What were you saying real quick?
that actually comes out. What was the book I lent you?
Oh, the High Republic.
The High Republic. In the later books, they explain that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was a different, well,
And-
it's a different
and
time,
confirmed.
but
And
similar
Kit
rules,
Fistu and
yeah.
Ayla Sakura, Blue Girl, they were like
Good for him.
smash
Ravenous.
butters.
And then Kiadi
Yeah.
Mundi
Wait,
had
who?
multiple
Ayla
wives
Secura and who?
too.
And Kit Fistu,
Whoa.
tentacle boy.
Oh, dude, I could see that.
And I think,
They both got,
With the blue
Yeah,
mama?
Yeah.
with,
Yeah,
with
with
the,
Blue
with
Mama
the,
and Green
the
Daddy.
tentacle action.
and then I believe Kiadi Mundi had multiple wives too. His was like some weird case where like I think he had a dying like.
His race was dying, so he was allowed to like
So he has-
procreate
so
with
he
like.
literally had to.
Yeah.
That's so interesting to me with all these Jedi. So I don't know why.
But yeah,
So
it's-
like, what about the Sith? Do they fight?
Oh, the Sith.
well, the
get
Sith
down.
can just do what they want.
The Sith get down probably.
Well, I don't know because.
But
like,
at least they're not fuckboys about it.
Yeah, but they're into
So what,
like
the Sith are
So
like
the
the
Sith
Catholics of
actually
the.
they're in
Release on
but
everything else except for sex.
they're into like swinging.
Whoa.
Well,
Sabers around.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
well, the Emperor,
Yeah.
the Emperor isn't the cloning.
Cis are swingers.
He clones himself.
Cis are swingers.
But all right.
So pick
I
your
don't-
poison though.
Where are we
Pick
at?
your poison.
Anything else? I mean, other than that,
what
in the
happened?
episodes.
What else happens in 2?
So at the end of episode 2, one of the biggest reveals, of course, we do get a final look at Darth Vader,
Yeah, we
Our
do.
Anakin Skywalker.
Right.
Once again, we don't see him. We kind of see him slowly getting there. But yeah, he's mainly in the suit. In the chamber, breathing, surviving, doing his thing. But
Doing
other
what he
than
has
that,
But wait,
But also the
there's-
Grand Inquisitor.
there was. Oh wait.
Did that happen in
wait,
episode
Yes,
2?
it
Wait,
did.
before that,
That was very
Right.
fast.
we
Yeah,
have to
so,
talk about
okay,
it.
yes, that's
Key
a huge
chasing
thing.
first. Key chasing. Baby
Oh, yeah.
Leia is doing her thing, playing in the woods and stuff, and then there's these like bounty hunters. They see her, and they start chasing after her. Can't get her though.
It was actually a
It
really
was
bad
literally
scene.
pathetic.
It was a bad
terrible
scene.
scene.
She's 10 years old, guys.
She's
Yeah,
10 years
10 years
old.
old.
And
How
then
did
like
not catch
they
up
were
with
running
her?
like
Dude, and then that tree branch gets in that one guy's way. He has
Yeah.
no clue what.
yeah,
he's
no,
doing.
and then the branch is like,
My
fuck.
favorite-
No, I can't get this
the
10-year-old.
favorite part about
They
the
were
movie was all
shambles
here, like
when she
nothing
took
else
a
really
hard
moving. It
right.
was just like this. Like this is all that moved.
They were acting like they were chasing down Saquon Barkley.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah,
like-
good pull.
Yeah.
And so
Like-
another thing I also wanted to talk about, and again, this is technically part of that subject, that sensitive subject, but I want to keep in mind this is purely based on acting chops.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a particular scene in which, of course, also we forgot to mention what's his name, Nanjim
Kumail Nanjiani.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, good.
He had
Whoa,
an awesome
shout out,
role. He
shout out to
him.
basically
Yeah.
faked
Najee
a
Harris.
Jedi,
Najee.
and he was a swindler.
It's
You know,
Kumail
basically, robbing people, not necessarily blind, but using a Jedi ploy to like rob people, and give them safe passage.
Yeah.
Which he was still giving them safe passage, but he was still robbing them for
he was
more
robbing
than
them, yeah. And Obi-Wan read right through it too.
Exactly.
But then
So,
he, like, tried to
that was pretty
stop.
fun.
with
Yeah.
him, with his character in particular, so afterwards, he's running with Leia. They're trying to escape. They're finally leave. They're trying to get off of this planet in which the Inquisitors are chasing them, and then finally we get what was her name again?
Reva.
Reva comes in, and she's one of the main ones who's hot on their trail. So, what's his name again?
Kumail.
Kumail. I always forget his name. His name's
Part of me was kind of hoping he
Kumail
was a Jedi.
goes
Same.
back.
Yeah,
he goes
same.
back and he's like, "Hey, like if I knew you were a Jedi, I would have helped you, dude." He was talking to Obi-Wan. He's like, "Dude, I would have helped you the whole time. Come on."
Yeah.
But so he's like, "All right, go. Like I'll give you a minute." So he goes back. He falls back, and he has this moment with Reva, and man. So this was very familiar and reminiscent to the scene in Episode 7, in which Ben Solo, aka Kylo Ren, was interrogating Rey, and he was using the Force to interrogate her, right? She was in the chair, and he was using the Force, and she was like, like losing it. But so, in this show, in
I
Obi-Wan,
think from episode
Reva,
1.
yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah. Oh, Jar Jar Binks.
But alright, so Reva in this scene does the exact same thing to his character. And might I just say, man, this fell flat for me. Like, I feel like her face was really stagnant. It really didn't show any emotion. It just...
No.
That scene felt very flat for me.
Not to mention, she was
Just
a
that
cold-hearted
one,
killer.
man,
Like, she just wanted to destroy that Jedi, and like, why didn't she just murk this dude too?
Yeah, no, and like
Yeah.
I was like pretty thrown off of that too because
She
I thought
literally
he was just
killed
dead.
the main Inquisitor. Why wouldn't she just chop this dude up? Either?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not
Or
to
did
mention, okay,
Oh,
also,
did she? Well, I mean, we could see.
No,
maybe
she
dead.
didn't.
For
Maybe dead later in the future.
Yeah, she
who knows?
didn't. She
For
couldn't have. It's a
Grand
continuity
Inquis?
error if she did.
what? If she
Why?
what?
Grand Inquis.
Because he comes out in Rebels. Rebels is 5 years
Oh, he
before.
does? I
Yeah.
didn't know this
Yeah.
character came out in then, too.
Yeah. So it's a continuity error. So at some point he's either alive.
I don't think he's dead.
Oh, you're
I
talking
don't
about the
think
head
he's
Inquisitor. Sorry, I thought you were talking about the other
Reva?
character.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
no,
so he's
no,
most
no.
likely not dead because he is the head Inquisitor is a main character, one of the main villains in Rebels.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
he's most likely not dead, which slightly undermines her character too.
Yeah.
But it was also poor in the
Like,
way they did it. They did it very
yeah,
cheaply. There
like-
should have been a grand battle battle between them where she wins.
Or
and she proves her dominance.
or they should have just kissed. 'cause
And
they
then
were close
also,
enough.
just if they did like a battle thing like that, to where she proves her dominance, that would make the audience be more inclined.
Yeah, to be like, oh damn, she's a
Like,
bad
oh,
bitch.
don't mess
It
with
makes it
her.
more
Yeah.
believable that she just took down the head Inquisitor.
She's
Because-
this menacing character.
Because she literally passed by him and she was like, "Oh hey," you know, like, and that was it, dude. They didn't fight. They didn't.
Tell me what's this? What's this?
What's that?
That was just
Oh,
really
not
like,
to mention,
dude, come
okay,
on.
our guest buddy.
Give him more, stay.
Exactly,
Give him something.
Buddy also had a problem with the roof chasing because like she's doing a lot of unnecessary parkour, but she
Parkour!
just runs straight.
Oh,
It's like gainer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, there was
For
one
no
where she
reason.
could have just ran straight like through one
Okay.
building, but instead she's like, "There's a wall on my right. I'm gonna go ahead and do a 360 off of that first, land on my legs, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do a flip like 3 times into the other building." And it's like, dude, like these guys are like 10 billions away, but like it take you like 10 hours to get there.
Or it's like,
by the
okay.
time they're done shooting, she didn't even make it there. you
Yeah.
know? And
Whose
I'm like,
idea was
bro,
that?
like-
But it's
Star
also
Wars
like,
has such a problem with that.
but it's
But,
also
like-
like great time to like just like go on like a super long kind of street, Speed Force or no,
Yes,
Force Speed.
thank you.
Bring it back.
Yeah.
Bring it back.
Dude.
Because she did something cool like that, then it's like, alright, okay, she's a bad bitch. You don't mess with her.
And I saw Anakin in Episode 3 literally backflip like 4 building spaces to get to Obi-Wan. Like she took her so long just to get across these buildings. Like Leia was actually running faster than she was.
Yes.
Leia's fast as fuck.
Boy.
Yeah. And the
Boy,
way I see it, if
Why see
she's,
some speed? I'll show you some speed.
if she's gonna be the main
99
character,
overall.
like the main villain too,
Yeah.
give her.
Give her her due
Stop.
diligence.
I
Give
need
her-
her to
Give
step
her
up.
her due
I need her
diligence.
to
Because
step
I
up.
think
You gotta
don't get me
make
wrong,
us believe
I think she
it.
has material, and I think she has especially the potential because of the fact that she just took down the big bad,
Yeah.
the head Inquisitor. So that leaves the door open for her, but let's see it. Let's see her do these things.
Demonstrate.
Come on,
Demonstrate.
I
She's got
actually-
it. She's
Power
got it.
scale.
I actually totally agree that the potential's there for her to mean something and to be this menacing character, but they have to help her out though.
Yeah.
Dude,
But
they're
not
doing it
helping
so.
her out.
They're doing it so like
They're not
nonchalantly,
helping her
like
out. That's why I'm
cheaply.
not gonna write her off yet though.
Yeah,
Like,
they want us to believe it off the rip, and it's like no, like Disney, Star Wars, like guys, fucking show us.
Yeah.
dude.
And,
Like,
and
no,
the
and
scary
it's
thing
like-
is that there's only 6 episodes of this, man.
Yeah, I know.
So like,
Yeah.
And
so
there's
how
only
else can we get
3
more
left.
expansion on that?
So I will say though, because I know we are kind of closing off on Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Real quick, I wanted something at the end when Leia was trying to jump. Obi-Wan, you're a pretty good shooter, dude. I know you don't like blasters. He could shoot
Dude.
hell yeah,
as well
He's a
as
gunslinger.
so
yeah.
uncivilized.
So uncivilized. He's a good shooter as well as I wanted to see something different when Leia was falling and he force catches her. I actually wanted her to jump and him force push
And
her
then
to the next
push
building.
him over
That would've been
Yeah,
fantastic.
that would've cool.
That'd
Maybe
be
she would have ate shit, but I mean, like, who cares?
But I guess it was
Yeah.
just more of that
been
usage
alright.
of the Force. That's
Yeah.
where he was
Yeah.
like
But
conflicted.
and as you did say, I guess because we are kind of closing it off. Episode 3, I won't get into it. A lot better though. I will say that.
yes,
Ooh.
You watched it? You guys watched it?
Yes, I
have
step.
not seen
Yes.
it.
Yes.
Marginal step in the right
Yes.
direction.
All
like,
right.
last closing thing. John Williams returned for this, and what he's doing is actually amazing. He's taking all of the original scores and only doing like a very base version of them, so it sounds kind of like the original score, but it is only like the base
Very
note
hollow.
version of it, very
Yeah.
hollow. And it's
Those
actually
desert
super fucking
stuff.
cool if you're
Yes.
like a music nerd like me. Sorry.
John Williams is also
Wow.
king.
Oh my god, dude, I
I
get it.
didn't
You
know
were
so.
in band.
Yeah.
God.
That's hot.
I was in
That's
band.
He played the clarinet.
I did not
Well,
play the
alright.
clarinet.
Did you really?
I
No,
played triangle.
Tumbo.
no, you're close.
Tromboner.
Yeah, I did play the tuba.
The flute. Played a hell of a flute.
So, what's next?
But all
That's
right,
so big
yeah.
right now.
So let's go ahead and keep it going because we do have a ton still to talk about. Of course, Stranger Things has released pretty much all of it except for the last 2 episodes. Those 2 are going to come out in July. Yep, in the summer. Yeah, it's a movie every episode. It's all over an hour long, each episode, and they're all full of
It's
gas.
really like 8 movies.
Every single bit of it, it's all like
Never
it's
take their
all
foot
good
off the
TV,
pedal.
honestly.
They
And I hate
don't.
to say it, it's weird for me to say it because like we honestly don't watch a lot of TV around here.
No, yeah.
I think we're bigger on the movie side. I would
Right.
say,
Yeah.
but
I
I
think
think,
I'm
we can
shifting.
all equally equally
quirky.
say this show in particular is probably one of the best shows in probably the past 20 years, maybe
Yeah.
30 years. It's a
It's
fantastically
up there.
written show, man.
It is
It's
up
so easy to watch. It goes so smooth. It's so like
also the way it's shot,
interesting,
though,
and it's
too.
so
The way
like
it's
fire.
shot
It's
is
never
so
really
good.
filler.
And then-
It's so
and then
great.
like going into this too, I was still kind of like I don't
On
know
the skeptical
I don't know how this is
train,
gonna go, and I got slapped right in the face. Like, how dare you think that?
How dare you? 11 just.
How
Okay,
dare you
and-
think that?
Dude.
This is gonna be gas. I was like, okay, I'm sorry.
without spoiling here, like the moment I started watching, it was almost that nostalgic feel that I was telling Drew. That's just like, because this show has just been around for so long, and
Yes.
it makes it feel like it's been around for longer because these kids just grew up out of nowhere.
They did.
And yeah, just you instantly get that like nostalgia of
You
like,
do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
season 2, season 3.
There
'cause
was-
everything's just coming
and-
together.
but-
And
I
there were
was gonna
so many
say-
times when I was thinking about them, like in the very first season of like them kind of going around trying to figure like everything out and
Lights
stuff.
and
And
yeah.
it's like crazy to where the story's gone.
And that's I was just gonna follow up on that. That Stranger Things is a show that hasn't disappointed me. I mean, after season 1, I was like, okay, this is good. Season 2, I thought was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Season 3, just still really good. Season 4, obviously, was very skeptical because like, dude, Lucas is a man now. Like, a lot of them aren't even
He's
together.
dunking.
Will, Joyce, and Jonathan and 11 are in California. Like, they're not all together.
Yeah.
I didn't know how they were gonna incorporate all this, but man, did they! And after episode 1, I had to sleep with the lights on in my room because I got scared.
Episode 1 was
Whoa.
very like traumatizing.
I watched it
at the gym, and
Oh.
it was really scary.
I can't watch these shows at night.
Same.
Because
Someone
I
needs
watched
Soul
it
Man.
at like 2 in the morning,
Pretty
like
cool.
at the gym. I was
Like
by
midnight.
myself.
Oh, and the lights
So-
started flickering.
No,
Should
and,
we-
and then like
What
What
that's
if you
the thing
just
in our
heard like
gym.
a clock?
That's the thing at our gym that it's like, just if like a person's not there, then they're just gonna turn off. And there's one point there's a lot of them off, and then I took a quick lap to like get all the lights back on.
Yeah.
And,
So
and I was like, oh.
right off the bat,
You see John.
I do want to mention one final thing before we kind of get into it. I think this one's probably one of the most cinematic seasons too we've
Yes.
ever
Oh,
done.
yeah.
The shots are different. It's
Yes.
very beautiful. Like we get very movie-like shots.
But also,
It's
plus
really-
you can tell they threw a budget at this.
Yeah.
Unlike
Cinematic-
another show.
Cinematic
Big
and
budget.
cynical too. I think
Yes.
they notched it up a little bit compared to
It's
what they
very
did.
dark.
Wait.
compared-
I do
Yes,
want
very
to
dark, very
finish
mature.
taking my shot. Because like you can tell like that this show really threw the budget like at like every single episode, unlike this other show that we started but didn't finish. Halo.
Oh, Halo! Wow.
Okay, I'm done.
You don't have to go
Shut
there.
up.
You don't have to go there.
I'm done with being petty.
Okay,
All right,
so-
continue.
But
Take it away.
alrighty, so
Okay, tell me
final
anything.
question before we get into spoiler territory.
Right.
I just want to ask you guys one thing. So once again, many of you are familiar. All of us basically have seen all of the episodes beforehand. I mean, not all the episodes, but all the seasons. I
Yeah.
should say beforehand. We're all very familiar with the series. So that being said, based off of these 2 episodes alone, who's your favorite character?
Eddie
Who are you
Munson.
going for?
Eddie
Ooh,
Munson, baby.
Eddie.
Let's
Another Eddie?
You're an Eddie guy too, buddy.
Hell yeah.
Off the
Really?
first 2
Off the
episodes.
Steve off the
Steve?
first 2.
Yeah,
Ooh,
Steve.
okay.
Dusty Bun.
Dusty Bun.
Yeah, off the
Alright.
first 2, Dusty Bun.
Off the first 2, Dusty
Off the
Bun.
first 2.
Worst, Lucas.
Off the first 2.
Off
He's being a bad friend.
He is being a bad friend.
He is
Off the first 2, because that's the only ones I've seen. Dude, Steve, I just like that dynamic of like how Dustin and like Steve
are like
Yes.
Like, really talk shit to
but,
each other.
but except Steve is mad that like Dustin's been hanging
Hanging
out
with Eddie.
Eddie, yeah.
Yeah.
He's
"Yeah,
like, oh,
so
your
what?
new
You-
older friend.
Yeah, he's
That
what?
that
He's
like
new
plays
older
your
friend?
stupid game.
Yeah.
Stupid
Yeah.
game.
So I'm gonna go with Dustin too. I think Dustin was.
Yeah.
Dustin.
But off the first 2, it does change. It changes twice for me at different points throughout the
But,
season.
all right, so let's go ahead and get into it. Let's go soft sort of rundown through it. Once again, this is going to be spoiler territory, spoiler warning. So if you have not seen it, leave now. You know, this is your time. Skip ahead, go to the question, go to our future homework, see what's up. Other than that, this is going to be your last chance to skip it. But all right, so we're going to dive straight in. Starting off, so I just want to mention something so that way we can be sensitive on the topic.
Yes.
Again, so last week, sadly, was
Yes.
a very horrific tragedy. I don't want to get into details, but it was in Uvalde, Texas, involving, of course, a school shooting.
Yes.
Very, very sad news. Very sad to see. Of course, we hate this stuff. It's ugly.
Yes.
And so, keep in mind, this news happened very recently. And weirdly enough, right, almost day after
Uvalde shooting.
Uvalde shooting,
Yeah.
the show Stranger Things so they were very sensitive about the subject, and let me explain this beforehand. So before they showed the scene, and before the show even started, they put a warning on the screen, and they were very cautious, and they put, "We are very sorry for the tragedy. Our heartfelt apologies," along the lines of that. And other than the fact of, apologies, and it's just bad timing, It
is.
It really, really was awful timing because, and let me explain, the first episode does open up with, of course, we do start off with the scientific, place, the hospital, the lab in which they conducted all the experiments on the kids like Levin, on kids like her and stuff like that. But this whole scene kind of goes amok as to where it ends with one of the kids kind of going off the rails.
Yes.
Killing all the other
speculated
kids.
To be 11, correct? Because
speculated
they walk into
to be
the room
11.
and she has like the bloody eyes, and he's like, "What'd you do?"
That's correct. Yes. So again, dead kids and stuff. Very, very
It was
bad
tough.
timing.
Yeah, it was
And
tough.
I hate to see it. And of course, still our
is,
heartfelt emotions and apologies go to to them as
Yes,
well. And
the families.
See, it's one thing when
We
you
just
see a
wanna
kid
be-
die, but it's another thing when you see them mangled like that. They're
Yes.
all twisted. They're all, and you're kind of like, yikes.
Yes,
And
so-
that's what pulls you into Stranger Things right away because you're like in a serious mode.
yeah, it's tragic. But so we just want to be also sensitive to that
Yes.
subject in particular. But so again, that is one of the biggest things we get the reveal of. That was it. 11. She was the one standing in the doorway when things went wrong.
Yeah.
Other than that, we kind of get a sort of course, recap, a jump-ish, where we're at. Of course, everybody's kind of separated. Half of the kids are in Hawkins as to where the other half are in Cali, living it up. Of course, 11, what's his name? Will and John are out there in California with their mom, of course. And everybody else is in Hawkins. As to where one other person is yet to be seen. So,
Oh yeah.
exactly. Yeah. So, what did you guys feel about this? So once again, the episode continues. We do get the reveal of the Hellfire Club, which we get the reveal of Eddie, the brand new character of this. What do you guys this season? What do you guys feel about Eddie?
First, I was
He's
a
a
little
D&D
skeptical.
header, for those of you who haven't seen it.
Yeah.
He leads a dungeon master of Dungeons and Dragons.
The Hellfire
which,
Club.
of course, this is in the 80s. So, like, in the 80s,
Yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons was from hell. Like, Satan
Yeah.
himself brought it down. Like,
It
it
was
wasn't just a
Satan's
game.
game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, there was a lot of speculation on that. So, what do you guys think of Eddie in particular?
Good kid, just like a little off the rails. I didn't think he was a freak, but I was like, depending on what they do next, I don't know if I'm gonna like him or if I'm gonna hate him.
Same. That's how
Okay.
I was off the rip.
Yeah, no.
That's how it
same.
was also.
Yeah, yeah.
He seems iffy.
Because that's when he did that
I was
whole
in that
like
boat
that
as
guy's
well.
like, hey, like you want a piece of me, freak? And he's just like,
Yeah, you just calling out like every single group in the high school, and you're
Yeah.
Yeah, he had like a moment.
yeah, like relax.
And he's like, okay, it's like,
But,
get off,
take
get
it
off.
easy.
Did you
get off.
get like what's his name Bender vibes from like The Breakfast Club? Like where I was like,
Yeah.
oh, he's trying too hard to be the guy that stands
The
out.
cool
and
guy,
yeah, I was like,
yeah.
oh, fuck you. But then
Yeah, no,
as
and
time
like
went
then
on,
he kind of reeled it in.
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
like as the kids like got to kind of know him like better,
Mhm.
that's when
We got
the
to know
audience got
better.
to
Yeah.
know him better, and
Well,
then it's like, hey,
what-
like people think he's a freak, but he's not that bad.
well, what
Yeah.
really helped me, truthfully, and
Yeah.
I'll just say this real quick, is his encounter with Chrissy, because Chrissy's the popular cheerleader,
Mm-hmm.
like, and he's the freak, but they had a weird chemistry at first, so you're like, okay. Keep in mind, Chrissy's seeing him because she has problems. She's getting these weird visions and she's hearing a grandfather clock ring in her head. So she wants something to put to ease, and who other else
Ease
is
her
ready to go
anxiety.
to for drugs?
yeah,
And
Then the
she-
drug dealer, yeah, get
First
the
of
edge
all,
off.
Drug guy.
usually
Drug
there's gateway drugs like weed, and she was like, "Yo, you got anything harder than
Yeah.
this?"
It's like, yo, literally take me to a different dimension.
yeah.
Yeah, and keep in mind, so this same girl, Chrissy, is literally dating the
Yeah.
captain of the basketball
What's
team.
his name?
Not only that,
I
I think it's like Bradley or something.
Yeah,
It
it
looks
is.
like a
times
very,
where that
like-
guy looks like he's like 30.
Yeah.
Because he is. Yeah, he is.
Yeah, and he's literally like the good Christian boy of the neighborhood.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
the leader. He's like, hey,
Oh,
like he leads a pep rally.
Yeah.
He's very much like, we're
Dude,
gonna take down that
cringe.
other school. It's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I also
take it easy,
thought
kid.
that
Like,
Chrissy looked like young, like high school Scarlett Joe.
Yeah.
You
Like,
thought that
dude,
too?
so
No one
cringe.
else did. And then I put the
Yeah.
things side by side, and I'm like, dude, that is literally high school
Was it-
Scar Joe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
But yes, of course. So again, we now get this sort of connection now with this Chrissy and Eddie. The complete opposites, weirdly enough. From her boyfriend.
Shout out Corroded Coffin.
Yeah, exactly. But now, one of the biggest dilemmas of this episode was the fact that Sinclair, aka what's his name? His first
Lucas.
name? Lucas. I always forget his first name. Lucas is now in the basketball team, and he's going to be a big shot. You know, the big game is tonight. The championship is tonight.
But he rides
you
the
know,
bench.
he's going to go in it. And now there's a problem. We either have a choice.
Yes.
Because at this same night of the championship match, it just so happens to be the final night and the final day of Eddie's Dungeons and Dragon campaign.
Yeah.
No other night can he do it. And it just has to be this one night, you know. And of
Did
course
they
the
say
championship
it,
game
like,
is on this night.
Was
so
the
there's
lead
no
up of the
rescheduling it.
whole semester?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was like
exactly.
it was.
Oh, it's because it's a
Eddie's
trial.
whole,
It's like a game. Like, you
Yeah.
know, it's like every time you play the game, it continues. So like their
yeah.
whole like school year, I'm sure they were playing, and like
Yeah.
finally they were gonna end the final
And it was
game.
like Eddie's,
final.
since he's the, what do they call it?
Dungeon
The
Master.
Dungeon
Dungeon
Master.
Master.
It was like his send off because he's
That's, like,
finally
kinda
gonna
cool.
graduate.
Yeah. So
It's
like
kind of cool that it's
I'd
like,
be down. Yeah.
like a long ass.
It continues.
Like
so like so yeah
Is that
no
a word
so
for
it again like that's where that's where the dilemma was. They had to
Yeah.
choose. All the rest of the kids had to either go to Sinclair's game or go to the Dungeons and
Right.
Dragons game. And what did they pick?
Dungeons and Dragons. Not only that, but they needed a replacement, and they got Erica Sinclair.
Sinclair's
Yes,
sister.
who is
Yes,
such
Lucas's
a
sister.
good
She's great.
character.
Oh,
awesome.
yeah.
Awesome.
She's such a good
So-
character.
she's awesome.
Before we continue there, at the same time, real quick, moving over to California, 11 is getting bold.
she's going through it, and
Yeah.
it's so hard to watch.
It's
It
so
is
hard to watch
so
because
hard
it's like
to
the
watch.
it's like the
Cringy.
cringiest like ABC Family.
And it sucks because she's trying really hard, but they're just
Yeah.
assholes.
And it's like, oh my
It's
god,
hard.
like you exist?
These Cali people,
You
like,
breathe?
these Cali people
What
are
a
like
nerd!
the exact like epitome of all the stereotypes of
Of Cali,
you
yes.
know,
The
literally,
worst.
like-
And dude, when she does that,
These are the people. Yeah.
Oh, it's like
Oh, she put her hand up.
Like, you
It's
know,
like,
she could too,
yes,
but
dude,
like in
like-
everyone else's eyes, it's just like they're like.
Like,
Then
one
it's
of
like,
those
oh
kids.
no, Lemon, don't do that. Take
And
a
it
picture,
does
bro.
it did it take you guys back to season 1 where like she did that and made the bully and Hawkins cry? So you were
His
like, dude,
pants.
like if this was like
shit and cum.
if she actually had her powers, like she
Soil
ends up
tanks.
being like making that
Monster.
chick look
Yeah.
like an idiot.
Yeah.
But like she doesn't, and now she just looks
Oh,
like
an idiot.
Okay, and let's
Like a
be real,
psycho.
it was more there because the other one she kind of did it slightly, and she like
She
did the whole
looked
head
like
thing.
an
Dude, this one she was gonna
anime
straight
kid.
just send her to like the
Yeah.
upside down.
Have you seen that
Yeah.
video of the
She
kid
pulled
that
off
looks
an
like
anime
swag?
kid.
Like the gamer swag in high school.
anime.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he jumps off the wall and then does like the Kamehameha.
Yeah.
Dude,
That's really
that's
That's
what she looked
exactly
like,
what
and
it
I was like,
was.
dude, no,
That's
11
what I thought
stars.
about.
So- So yeah, so she's going through a hard time in California. She just never had that social life.
And
When she was
also, what's his name? Jonathan's a pothead
Jonathan's
for
a
some reason with
pothead.
his buddy who's
Dude,
also a pothead.
With as well as
and
it seems as though there's
Argyle.
some
Argyle.
there's
Oh,
some
awesome.
unnecessary tension between Nancy and Jonathan. They're supposed
They're
to be in the
changing.
same school together, but things just they're
They're
supposed to meet
changing.
for some reason, they're not connecting.
They're
like
not
they
connected.
They're growing.
Their shared
Yeah.
trauma
Maybe
has now
apart.
faded.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
As they got together in season 2, as Mary says that they
had a
shared
trauma
trauma,
bond.
it's
Mhm.
fading
Steve-
now.
So it
He's gonna
seems.
kiss Nancy.
I think.
Uh-oh. So
I'm
it's
diving in.
I don't know.
Diving
I don't
in,
know. It's
diving
yet to be
in.
seen. We
Okay,
haven't seen it.
so
Come
I
on,
think to
Steve.
continue
Come
on that.
Steve.
Oh,
Get back
also we also have to mention Max because Billy died.
Yes.
She secluded herself from the group.
She has
Yeah.
a very
She's ghosting
different
everybody.
chemistry. Yes,
Yes.
she's all alone here. Even Lucas, she's broken up with Lucas,
Yeah.
and she's all alone,
She's going to
like
the therapist,
completely.
Yeah, she's
and
going to the
to
school
the
therapist,
school counselor. Yeah, yeah. So I don't know. It's a very interesting aspect in this one in particular. But so we get
house
towards
divided.
the end of the episode in which we kind of follow now. What was her name?
Chrissy.
No. Well, Chrissy and
Eddie.
no, her name, the redhead.
Oh, Max.
Yes, Max. Okay,
Oh,
so
okay.
Max was in her apartment and in her trailer, and she was with her mom watching out, And so, she occasionally hears weird things outside because her neighbor Eddie is sketchy, He's kind
Yeah.
of weird dude. Turns out, of course, he's a drug dealer. But she keeps an eye on it. She hears some weird noises and she looks over, and when she looks over next door, she sees Eddie and Chrissy going into his trailer.
Right.
Eddie explains, "Hey, this is my uncle's trailer. He works nights, so I'm literally here free all night. And so she
Yeah,
asks
you
him,
are.
"Hey, can you give me the good stuff? The real strong stuff. I really need
Yeah.
something.
No gateway.
So he's like,
Right
"Oh,
to
like,
the upside
oh, you
down.
really, I got something, but I got to go get it in the back."
Yeah.
He goes and he finally finds it, but when he does, Chrissy's not okay.
Yeah.
Her eyes are
Rolled back.
not
Rolled
focused.
back. You
guys
Rolled
put in, like,
back.
genjutsu,
and-
dude.
yes, and Eddie sees her and he's trying to snap her out of it, and
I
he's
don't like this,
slapping her, and he's
Chrissy.
he's freaking out. He's having a moment, and at that point, the unthinkable happens.
Yes.
She suddenly starts to float.
That was wild.
She suddenly
Yeah.
starts to shake a little, and then her bones snap. One in her arm, one in every limb.
Yeah.
Every limb
Right,
snaps at least once. Her arms and her legs. Last but not least, her jaw snaps.
And then her
And the
fingers, too.
her fingers, and finally, her eyes
Got
go
sucked in.
inside. They
Inside of-
implode
yeah.
inside of her own mind,
Ugh.
and her body falls flat.
Right.
Very graphic, very,
But it was all like
very,
crumpled up.
So
It was all
very-
crumpled up like a spider.
Yeah.
very visceral. Especially out of
Oh,
something we've seen from Stranger Things. This is one of the
Right.
darkest things we've ever seen in
Ever
the entire
seen, yeah.
series.
Like,
And not only that, but like,
a little demonish too.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So, what do you guys feel about that in particular?
it was
It was gross.
I thought like it was
I've
so
seen
gross,
Carol.
but I loved it.
I
Like,
loved it too.
It just got me right on the edge
But
of
I
the
was-
seat. I'm like,
I was nervous.
love this. I'm
'Cause-
excited.
and
Yeah.
And
Oh, dude.
episode 2 was we also see what is the ending of episode 2?
Fred dies.
That's okay, yeah. So alright, I just
Right.
wanted to make sure because I'm
Yeah.
ahead. So I was like, oh,
Yeah.
what happened?
Well,
but
episode 2,
but so
yeah.
episode 2, the same. We see the exact same
thing.
death. So
Right.
this death seems to have a pattern, and it looks to be continuing on with the series.
But also, I don't think I've ever been so terrified of a clock.
Yeah.
Yes, a clock
Yeah.
and this weird looking being.
You know, and then plus my
Like
parents
that.
have one, but it's
Yes.
not like a antique one, but it's like that kind of style.
Yeah, it's
I'm
grandfather
throwing it
clock.
out. Throwing it out.
And so again, we do get the reveal
Smash
of
it, actually.
the Vecna,
The
who is
Vecna,
the
yeah.
main villain of this one. And he before
Who's the
Chrissy
Dark
dies,
Sorcerer?
he tells her something very particular. He goes to her. She's running away in this house. In this house, keep in mind, this is all in her head that she's seeing. She's running away while her body, in the real world, her eyes are freaking out. She's having a moment,
Right.
But finally, the Vecna reaches her, and he tells her, "That's enough, Chrissy. Your suffering's over.
Yeah. Right.
You can rest now. You're gonna come with me."
Ooh.
And that's where it ends for her.
Dude, that was and then that whole house scene was super scary, and even with the Fred guy, like I know, like we haven't talked about episode 2 yet. Well, like we've been like
Yeah,
back and forth.
Because it just builds
But-
off the first episode.
But
they do an investigation.
it's
and
just
everything.
with the whole clock thing and how that clock thing just builds up with like first you're like in like a daydreaming state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was weird with that kid Fred with his
Fred.
scar opening up.
With his scar,
So
like, slowly
this is a
opening up.
question that I was waiting to ask you guys, and it's probably because I don't remember. But there's a car accident that he caused.
It's not in any
did
of
we
the
see it?
seasons.
Yeah, we
No,
have not
it's
seen
not.
this yet.
No.
This is all new material.
This
Because-
was,
We haven't
this
seen
was
it,
just
alright.
his own little backstory.
Yeah. Exactly.
and,
Fred
like,
is a total new character.
Fred's own trauma.
Yes.
So
Okay.
Okay.
I know that is the
I
ending
was
of
I was like
episode
trying to think back. I was like, yo, am I just not remembering?
Yeah.
No,
Because I was
And also-
thinking the entire time, like,
Before
I
this.
should have
Yeah, I was
watched
like, dude, this seems
the
good.
other seasons before this. I'm
No,
such
this
a
was-
fucking
this was its
idiot.
And
own
also,
thing.
as a final thing, before we get into episode 2, the only other thing we forgot to touch on was in episode 1, in regards to Joyce, she did receive something in the mail, and
Right.
which she received was a Russian,
Russian
doll,
Porcelain nesting doll.
porcelain nesting doll.
Russian
Yes,
nesting doll.
which in
looked
Russia
just
has
like Nick.
all sorts of meanings and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
it did
So
look like Nick.
very
Did look
interesting.
like me in a dress.
Very interesting with
So, with that being said, obviously, episode 2,
Mhm.
I guess we can just pick off of there. Who else to call besides Murray? So Joyce calls Murray to ask about
Yeah,
the
dude,
situation.
I just love that guy on screen with his just craziness.
Yeah.
Yes.
no.
Dude, you'll
He's
see
just
him
very
like him
sick.
later,
Soviets,
dude.
dude. Like,
that. Glad he's back.
I
Glad he made a
am
turn.
glad he's back.
Yeah.
I am glad he's
And
back.
might I say, so I mentioned this to Nick. All of their scenes remind me so heavily of season 3.
3,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
so
same.
heavily
They
the
had a
same,
weird
very
connection,
similar.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
I mean,
like-
don't get me wrong, like it was both like a good and bad for me because I was like, oh, this is cool, like I remember this, but I was like,
Yeah.
oh, it's really similar. I was
Yeah,
like,
no, but
oh,
like,
boy.
yeah, but it's like that guy's got, or no, because he brings like a really crazy like charisma,
Yeah,
like
different chemistry to it.
to the whole game board that's going on, and
Mhm.
it's just funny to watch sometimes.
board? Wow.
Game
Ooh.
board.
Dungeon and Dragons.
Yeah,
game
Game
board.
board.
Yeah.
Look at you.
I liked
Wow.
it. I liked it.
Yo,
In the first
dude.
episode, she opens
I'm
the
putting
porcelain
pieces
doll,
together.
right?
I'm putting
Or till the
pieces
second.
together.
Yeah, no, no, it's in the second when she reached out to Murray.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the second episode. But all right, so now we mentioned this. Now that we have the focus on, of course, what's it called, Joyce and Murray, let's continue on off of that. So in the second episode, we get a more continuation off of that, in which they open up the porcelain doll and they realize it's a message
Yeah.
from Hopper. And not only that, but
Whoa.
turns out,
It's from Enzo, no?
oh right, sorry.
Just saying that Hopper.
It's from Enzo, excuse me. Yes, it's from Enzo. But yeah,
But Hopper.
exactly.
Same
Yeah.
but different.
CC.
Exactly. And Enzo, it's kind of code, which they mentioned it before. How does the code?
They went to dinner at Enzo's just at the end of season 3. That was their big anticipated date.
At Enzo's.
At Enzo's.
Exactly. But alrighty, so what else? Let's see what else we got going on. So of course, Chrissy is now gone, and now we're dealing with repercussions. So now the cops are hot on the tail of Eddie. Of course, off of the murder, off of this, the only person to blame is Eddie. It seemed,
yeah.
I mean,
He's
the
the last
uncle
person
wasn't
to come.
home.
Yeah.
He couldn't have done it. So they're trying to blame him, and not only that, they also seem to be kind of spreading the blame to her boyfriend. Because he seems to be a suspect, case in point, they don't know a lot about him. I mean, he's the only
And-
other one who's always near Chrissy.
And he
So-
was actually at a party because the night before they won the championship game where Lucas became a star.
Mhm.
So Lucas has kind of gotten in now with the jocks.
With the cool kids, yeah.
Exactly. Now he's he's got a good spot
Mr.
now.
Well, he has the cool haircut. What's it called again?
Conk.
A conch.
That's what it's actually called?
What?
Really?
Yeah.
He's
That's
calm.
sick.
What?
Yeah.
He's confident.
Dang. I did not know that, but dang. All right. So yeah, once again, so basically, he runs off. He's on the run. He's on the lam, escaping the police. Other than that, where else are we headed to from that point?
Well,
Yeah.
essentially, Nancy and Fred, there's a new story involved, so they're going to be on their way to go see what happened at the trailers.
Exactly. They're gonna go investigate because now they're running the school paper, right? Or just a paper
No,
in
it's
general.
a school
the-
paper.
yeah.
But
okay. School
also,
paper.
just say we don't have to spend a lot of time about it. But like, Elle's bullying just gets worse.
Yes.
Way worse.
It's
Yes.
way harder
It
to watch.
escalates.
Is that when what's his name goes
Yeah.
and visits her?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mike
So
goes
So
to
this is
visit
when
her.
Mike, does take a trip out to visit Elle.
That kid needs to eat a sandwich.
Oh my god.
So is
Dude,
Will
that
kind
kid
of-
still
Yeah.
fuck.
But Will's
That kid
like,
is a
I
Slim
think
Jim.
they're like teasing, and they teased it a little bit in the last season that like Will's gay.
Yeah.
So like Will's
I
that
think
like
they're
very
hinting it
slender,
harder.
well kempt gay guy.
Yeah.
Mike just looks like some gangly,
Raggedy,
like
skinny.
raggedy, skinny, like you
crawled
need to
out
eat
of
a
a
sandwich.
dumpster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like Will, very nice and kempt. It's cool. You're slim. You watch your figure. Mike, you look like trash.
He is gay though, right?
It's not like confirmed.
For sure.
It's
But
not
they're teasing,
confirmed,
for sure.
but like it's very much so teased.
Well, like cause that girl tries to play footsies with him.
No, like
Yeah.
put
And
put
then
her
she's like, get
foot like
And not to
inside his
mention,
shoe or
not to
some
mention,
shit.
Will might know something because at the end in season 3, where he's trying to get them all to play Dungeons and Dragons together, and they just treat him like shit, and he's like leaving. He's like, "Yo, it's not my fault. You don't like girls," and then Will just like angrily left. So I don't know if that meant like because you're not into girls yet, or if that meant like
You
you're
just
different.
don't like him in general.
Right. So, anyways, onward with the story, as well as I think Dustin. What is he doing at this moment?
Oh, that is when he sets up the base of operations. That was
Yeah.
so funny when he
In
got
the
to
movie.
the
The
counter,
shop,
and he
Yeah,
just
it's
like
the rental place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Robin, we get to see Robin a little bit more. I think Robin is actually like a really, really good character.
Oh, yeah.
And we're
she's
also
great.
exploring, exploring
a great
more of
character.
Robin than the fact that of
Yeah.
course, she is lesbian,
Right.
and
Yes.
she's interested in some of the girls at school. But
But they
course,
don't really go into it a ton.
yeah, they touch
it
some
was
of
a
it.
little bit in like the first episode.
And of course, keep in mind this movie takes place in the 80s, so being openly gay wasn't
it wasn't really
As
a thing.
accepted.
as
Yeah.
accepted and or as common at
Yeah.
all as it is now.
But Steve's
So-
Steve's super cool with it. Like Steve's
Yeah,
real supportive.
yeah.
Steve is
So,
like and
character development.
Just-
Because Steve,
very
first
sex
season Steve
positive.
wouldn't have been cool with it.
yeah, and
She's a king.
also I like the dynamic too because I think there's a big faction of like the fandom out there that really wants to ship Steve and Robin together, and I'm like, dude, it's cool. Just like
still
let
be
them be
friends.
platonic
Yeah,
friends.
let them be
Yeah.
platonic friends.
Yeah.
It's cool. Like just
And,
let them be chill.
Oh no, I won't say it because this is later on. In the
But,
show. So if I remember correctly, I don't remember exactly what happens, but don't they all meet up at the trailers?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Max
I think so.
Max sees something, right? Well, she sees like the incident almost like happen.
Yeah.
So she
Mhm.
kind of tells him like, "Hey, there's something." crazy
Yeah.
going on."
Yeah.
Give what else happened in the episode, because I don't want to say something that like is in a future
Um,
episode.
Yeah.
Or,
they like caught up
so-
with Nancy,
so-
Yeah.
and then
Okay.
Yeah, and how Nancy and Jonathan are kind of on the outs.
Right.
yeah.
If Fred is kind of a creep, he
Fred-
looks like he's being
Fred-
opportunistic.
Fred had that weird like daydream that I was talking about, and that was really weird.
And we also get the full
Yes.
reveal, of course, that Elle was lying to
Yes.
Mike.
Yeah.
the entire time. That
And
wasn't
then-
cool. Yeah.
In this episode, does Mike go over
and
there?
then also
Yeah,
Elle
yes.
Okay.
absolutely dummies.
The bully.
Oh.
Yeah.
Was it this episode? It was this
Ugly.
episode. Okay.
Ugly. She does it really ugly with the wheel, with the rollerblade. I mean, roller
she
skate.
gets that flashback of like, what did you do?
Yeah. It was so at the very end of the episode. Yeah. So Mike is under the impression that Elle's a popular kid, kind of like has like friends. Turns out not. She's a loser, just like Mike.
And he's like, "Well, I'm a loser too, still.
Too,
so
yeah.
who are you trying to impress?"
And
Seriously,
so the bullies come up with the
She's
ploy.
also right.
They really embarrass 11. 11 kind of loses it, smacks the other bully in the face, and I believe
With a
that's-
roller skate.
With the roller skate.
But like
and-
low key, she had it coming to her, like, and worse.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
Oh,
they
yeah.
poured a milkshake on Elle. Like,
Oh,
you're a
yeah.
scumbag.
That's
in front of everybody and recorded it, man.
and a girl that
They
did
recorded
nothing
Yeah.
to them.
Yeah,
by the
they
way.
recorded. They were skating.
Yeah,
around.
it was
Like,
on
a
like
girl
a
did-
camcorder.
yeah.
Somebody had a
And
huge
Elle did
camcorder.
literally nothing to them either way. They're just douchebags. But I think that was pretty much the end to episode 2, as well as Fred. You find out that Fred was in a car accident. He has a weird past.
And apparently, somehow,
That was really weird. That
caused
was
the death
weird.
of his,
He- and, like, the
his brother.
I had to
but
rewind that
it's an
part. I was like,
accident,
what is
so-
happening?
Well, not only that, but there's so many bodies. Like if it was like a bigger car accident
Than just
that-
one car,
Yeah.
right?
Because at the end, when you think he's like running into the woods, there's like a
More-
whole
whole
line
line.
of bodies just point. I mean, there's like a little
Pointing
bit
at
of
him,
points.
yeah.
No, it was like a funeral. Like, cause
Oh.
like they were all in black.
Oh, okay.
They're all
And then
pointing at
like,
him, yeah.
cause
I thought
clock
it
was
was
in the coffin, terrifying. And then
Yes.
and like then he turns around and then there's like this giant group of people and they were pointing at him like you did this, and then they chased him and stuff.
So Fred
And
runs to the street
Yeah,
only
falls
for
into
in,
the
but in,
pit.
in the pit. But he runs in the middle of the street only for Vecna to
To
find him
catch
upside
him.
down.
Mhm.
Yeah. And just like Chrissy, Fred floats in the air, levitates, all
Same
demonic.
thing, all bones break.
Crackles, pops.
Rice
Snack
Krispies.
All
Wow.
bones break,
Gone.
even the jaw,
Rice
and the
Krispies.
eyes go in. That's a
So
solid
I
piece.
like saw that meme of like KSI like floating.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
that,
yeah.
like,
Oh, yeah.
before I started the show. And
yeah.
it says all the Stranger Things characters like after they see like the clock and it's just him like rising like that.
Wait, what episode are you on?
on a
He finished
2.
it.
Oh, you still don't even know half
Yeah.
of that meme.
And well like I like get it now because like they always float before they like.
No, you still don't get half of that meme.
Okay.
Watch that video again. Watch that video again after episode 4.
Oh,
I think-
no,
I'm down.
I saw this funny one of this guy.
It's so
where
boy.
it's like, oh, like POV, they just put a weird clock in this like fucking subway that I work at. Like it's so weird, but
On
like
the
there's
camera.
like yeah, but there's basically nothing there 'cause it's on the camera.
It's just
And he's like, what the
cool.
hell?
Put this
Like,
clock
like,
here.
it
It's
doesn't
just
make
like
sense.
fine. There's no clock
Yeah.
there.
But
And
I
then
think
Kate Bush plays.
well they don't know that yet.
That's but
I'm
oh.
gonna burn the clock at my house.
But
you should.
But
Next time you hear it,
I think what else? I don't think
That was really it.
I don't
That was
think anything
really
else really happened.
yeah, that is it
Fred-
for the episode. So next week we are going to continue with Obi-Wan. We're going to do a double. Well, we're going to have to do a single because
we could do it though. Well, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what the news.
because on timing wise and
Yeah.
based on recording time too, we're probably going to have to do next week's episode 3 for Obi-Wan.
Right.
And then we're going to do the next 2 episodes of Stranger Things. So it's going to be episodes
4 is a
3
good
and
one to
4.
end
4
on.
I think
yeah.
is one of my
3 and
favorites.
4.
Yeah.
So, yes, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Or do we
But-
just dedicate an entire like episode just binge?
Going
No,
back.
we can't. Next week we have to catch up on homework. So
Oh my god.
there's no way.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
all right,
yeah, that's right.
but next week we are gonna be skipping my homework this week because
Right.
we did have a absolute ton to talk about. So next week we're gonna have double homework and
Yes.
double, well, obviously stuff that we're keeping up with.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to real quick up on the
Jesus
news,
Christ,
keep
we
the
are
news a little
spoiled,
short,
man.
and then
Yeah,
keep
I
it going.
know.
We
We're
are
content
But
totally
now,
gorgeous.
again, since we're postponing my homework, I'm gonna, re-say it,
Right.
so that way, if you haven't seen it this week, you can watch it for next week. My homework was Avatar, the original Avatar from James Cameron, and Catwoman Hunted.
Right.
And
And we can actually watch Catwoman now. I already watched it, but we can all actually.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Take a look at it. It was extra credit, but we'll just leave it as extra, or now we'll leave it as mandatory. But now, since we're going to be moving on from that, Nick also has his homework next week. We don't want to leave him out of that one.
Well, do you want to
So-
just delay it then?
No,
Just delay
let's
it.
double up because then our weeks are
Because
gonna go off,
yeah,
'cause
but then why don't we just talk about your homework next week? I'll assign the homework,
Yeah,
my
yeah.
homework next week.
Yeah.
So that
Sure.
dude, because
What?
if we talk about Avatar, Catwoman, my homework, then Obi-Wan, and then Stranger Things is going to be a 4-hour pod.
We'll sort it out.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then we'll go ahead and push it then. But then, so then we'll leave it at my homework then still. So
Yes.
my homework's a double week. We just had, longer news and, like I said, stuff that we have watching pending and stuff. So, once again, for next week, Kenobi episode 3 and Stranger Things episodes 3 and 4. That's it. Those are, the stuff that we're keeping up with. All right. So for those of you, make sure you're watching it with us. Come check back in. And now, last but not least, we need our question. So, Dom, what's going to be our question this week?
Yeah, I was not ready for when they were slapping my legs.
I kind of have one.
All right,
what's
say
it going to be?
Say it then, coward. Peasant.
Go.
Wow,
There it
that's
is.
so fucked. Okay, who do you think is connected to the Vecna? Because everyone's kind of connected to someone in one way or another.
Okay. Yeah.
So is there a character in Stranger Things that you think was connected to the Vecna? Mine...
Lucas!
Yours is Lucas. Mine off the rip was actually Eddie.
I got it spoiled for me. So
You had it spoiled for you?
I
Mine
already
but
know.
I'm saying what mine was off the rip. I think it was Eddie.
I think it's L.
Okay. Kind of like she was with the Mind Flayer.
Off the rip, I had no idea. So.
Mine was Eddie off the rip. So.
maybe off the rip.
I'm thinking Lucas. Because he's a little sussy.
Off the rip.
He is
I
sussy.
thought it was
A
maybe
little
one of the
sussy.
guys from the was like sussy guys from the high school team or something.
Yeah,
Maybe
I
it's
think captain
a-
too was
kind of the
underneath,
sussy
like,
bond.
that's what I was like, maybe it's
the
like a fake
captain
boy or
or,
something,
Or like
like an
Lucas.
invader, like a secret invasion, like a scroll. He's a scroll.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
But all right, so what was the question one more time?
Who was connected to the Vecna?
Who is
Who do you
connected
think is
And then
connected
down
to the
to
Vecna?
the
There's another one.
I don't have another
You gotta
one.
keep it
Sorry.
going.
I don't.
Oh, but
I don't
Oh wait. It's been a while since we've done this, but to the other BuzzBoys, fuck you.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
long
Big
time ago.
suck. We
You
didn't
guys
forget
play
about you.
FIFA.
Christ.
We don't forget about you. We still want to box you guys.
Wow.
Yeah. Let us
Bring
know.
Holy shit.
Let us know.
Let us
Yeah.
know.
All
Just so you
right.
know,
Good job,
we know
John.
that you're still out there.
Good job, John.
That's
job,
it.
man.
Yeah, keep up the rivalry.
Yeah.
But all right, so remember to follow us on TikTok, on Instagram. We're always posting our stuff there. We're gonna be posting more highlights and stuff out there. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube and like our videos and stuff. Remember, share us out. We're talking about all the recent stuff that's going on. New stuff, different stuff. Share us out. Share people that like Pokemon. Let them know. But all right, so that's gonna be it for this week's podcast. Thank you guys so much for sticking around for all of the buzz and the boys talk.
Party.
All right.
Yes,
See you
Bobby.
later. Bye.